my heart. Rip it out and pick it apart, 'cause something hasn't felt quite wrong from the start. What's inside your head to decide that I'm reaching out in vain? Without a feel nothing other than this pain. Why did I have to be this way? Hiding shadows I create, getting crushed beneath the weight. I'm paralyzed, it's killing me. I only wish to be okay. I feel the same, but they will never see. Can you feel the heat? I surrender before my defeat. I guess I ran my course and now I'm absolute. All these voices inside who I think to decide that I'm reaching out in vain. No, this empty shell is everything. Why did I have to be this way? How many shadows I create, getting crushed beneath the weight. I'm paralyzed, it's killing me. I only wish to be okay. I feel the same, but they will never see. I take my shape as a fade away, just to stay on the wall, just to think to decay. Tired of playing someone else's part, just to feel again, feel again. I see my shape as a fade away, and I'm tired of playing someone else's part. Is it all in my head? Is it all in my head? Is it all from attention? Is it all in my head? Is it all in my head? I think I'm starting to see. Is it all in my head? Is it all in my head? Is this just a perception? Did I have to be this way? Hiding the shadows I create, getting crushed beneath the weight. I'm paralyzed, it's killing me. I only wish to be okay. I feel the same, but they will never see. I'm all alone. I'm all alone. where we make a stand. You and me, time to face this mansion that can't you see? We cannot go on. It's me against me again. I'm sick of the man I am within, fighting me, making me fall down again. I'll commit your suicide. Now death will breathe you in. Sitting here at my graveside, I've never been so alone. You pull the dead man out of me. I am not what I was. I'll never be what I was. You pull the dead man out of me. I buried you. You were nearly my demise. Only by the grace of God I survived. I admit I was wrong to let you in. Never come back again. I can see all the possibilities rising up now that you're not holding me down. This is where I say goodbye and put the last bullet between your eyes. Here at my graveside, I've never been so alone. You pull the dead man out of me. I am not what I was. I'll never be what I was. You pull the dead man out of me.
Never give in. Never give in. Never, never, never. In nothing, great or small, large or petty, never give in except to convictions of honor and good sense. Never yield to force. Never yield to the apparently overwhelming might of the enemy.
You're listening to the Outlaw Radio Network. OutlawRadioNetwork.com.
This country can't be knocked out with one punch. We get right back up again, and when we do, the world's going to hear the roar of our engines.
But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
You do your work, and we will do our best.
Republic. I like the sentiment of it. It means people can live free, talk free, go or come, buy or sell, be drunk or sober, however they choose.
Are you ready to be who you are?
No poetry, just a straight answer.
The government has deliberately sought to deceive the United States by false statements and expressions of hope for continued peace.
We are men of the hood. Mary, now at your expense.
But there's no both sides anymore. They're just trying to wreck our goddamn country. It's time for you younger guys to take over it.
You were meant to be here tonight. This is your time. Their time is done. It's over. Screw them. This is your time. Now go out there and take it.
If you guys don't start thinking as men, we're going to have a lousy country.
For the crimes of incitement
I can tell
to
you what
cause
Frank's
unrest, I declare to be an outlaw.
All right. I unmuted their microphones and didn't tell them I was unmuting their microphones. Tom and Beeler over here having conversation.
I know. Rude, Kevin.
What's going on, Beals? What's going on, Tom?
You know,
Good evening.
living the dream.
Living the dream. All right. So Outlaw Radio, Paul is not here, but I think Paul will be joining us later via video, I think. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Yeah, your guess is as good as mine. Beals and Tom are here off camera. In fact, we'll go to the actually I have to rename this now. Hold on.
Yeah, and don't call it the cat. Don't call it the cast. Name it like Hot Women or something good.
There we go. Casting Couch with the Ladies.
Oh my God.
There we go. As Lori and F-Bomb. Hold on, your mic's
Just
on
proved
now.
your
Hello,
beta-ness.
Lori.
Hello, Kevin.
Never
That's
do
really
that.
loud.
There you go. I'm fixing it. Go ahead.
Okay. Hello, Kevin.
What's going on?
Hi, Beals. Or
Hi.
we're going with Alicia.
You know what? You can call me just B or Beeler.
Beeler.
I'm the only person that calls her Beals.
Beeler.
I'm the only person that calls her Beals, right?
And
Alicia?
literally want to punch him in the face for it every
I
single
know.
time. Yes.
There's so much
I
love in
have,
this room.
gloves for that.
So much love in this
Yeah.
room.
Pink too.
Okay, we have a really full show
Hi,
coming
Tom.
up tonight.
Hi.
And we're going to do a lot of national stuff. Frank Aquila, our longtime conservative insider, is going to join us in just a moment from his new home in Tennessee. We'll find out how the move went and how it feels to have left the People's Republic of California into a little more of a balanced life in Tennessee. We'll talk to Frank in just a second. Later in the show, a lot of stuff with Trump. I'm sure we'll touch on a bunch of it with Frank, but we're going to double back around to it in the second hour because sometimes Trump throws things against the wall to see where it sticks. And I think he did that on like 15 different things this week. So we'll talk about
Is that why that's everything on our list tonight?
Most of it is
think
Trump
so.
stuff this
I
week.
know.
It's
I feel
really,
I feel like you were going after Trump a little bit with our little agenda here.
I just picked the talking points.
I mean, there's so much other stuff that was happening, though.
Give me one story. Hold on.
Yes.
Give me one story that we should be talking about that's not on our show sheet.
How about the Phillies Karen woman? Oh my God, I want to punch her in the face.
Exactly.
Oh, man. The Phillies.
God.
Aren't they calling her? What are they calling her? Karen
know.
Ball Stealer or something like that?
She is a ball stealer.
Oh, hold on. Your mic is muted, boss baby.
Ball breaker.
I had also.
I think she's Philly Karen.
Philly Karen?
Yes, thank you, boss.
I
baby.
saw her. Somebody called her Philly or Karen Ball Stealer or Karen whatever.
Well, I had also heard that I don't know how old what I was reading was when I read it. Okay, let's not get too confusing. On that. But
your mind.
Yeah. One of the things I was reading was that the identity of said Karen may be incorrect. So the internet could just be ruining some poor woman's life for no good reason.
Really bad if the poor woman's life is being ruined, but I'm just gonna say, like, if the bitch is gonna act that way in public and gets filmed, then she should
Beeler
be
is
fucking
in-
called out.
Beeler's in rare form already.
I read something that she may be fired from her job.
Yeah, I heard that too.
I don't disagree. I mean, you have to be accountable for your behavior.
Okay,
but,
hold on.
I mean, if we're gonna line up a firing squad, let's make sure we shoot the right person.
That is true.
All right, let's do
Very
this.
true.
Hold on. Let's do that. We'll add that in the third hour. We'll figure somewhere to go in.
No, we're
because
getting out of here on time tonight. we are all tired.
We are.
We're going till
all
10:10
tired.
tonight. We're going to 10:10 tonight. It's
I'm-
on the show sheet. I sent it out yesterday. Nobody disputed it. It's on the show sheet. Stick with the show sheet.
Kevin,
Hold on.
Kevin, we're good with 10:10. buddy.
Hold on. I muted everybody's mic. So let me just be really clear about this just for a second. If I do a show sheet and I give you guys a list of what we're talking about and I send it out to you 36 hours in advance and nobody says to me, Kevin, we're not going to talk about this, or Kevin, where's this story, or Kevin, why are we 10 minutes late? If nobody tells me we get on the air, and now people are like, well, why are we talking about this? Or why are we going 10 minutes late? Or that's a dumb story. I don't want to hear about it. You can't have it both ways. I'll turn your mics back on. Hold on.
Turn it back on.
There you go.
Kevin the dictator.
And then we have a guest too. We didn't get to our
didn't
guest.
know how we were gonna feel when we woke up this morning.
I know.
And went about our day. So shut the fuck up.
That's why it's so hard to do a show sheet with you
Get the
guys.
list.
All right. Well, Tom got the list. Heather, I'll add you into the list. All right. Can we go to our guest, please? Can we bring our guest, our esteemed guest in?
Frank.
Let's bring Frank in. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us live from his new home in Tennessee. He is the author of the book Sarah Palin Out of Nowhere, longtime conservative insider, friend to here of the show, and an all-around great dude who I cannot go visit on a road trip now because a road trip would take me to the other 3 time zones away. Frank, what's up, buddy?
Well, you're welcome to take a trip to Tennessee. That I'll tell you what, is a long trip though. So
you'll have to pick me up at the airport, my friend.
I said,
I
how
absolutely
was
will, Kevin? I absolutely will.
how's the whiskey selection?
You know what? We are literally just probably about half hour from the Jack Daniel's distillery right there. So that's something that's on our bucket list to actually go out there to do.
So are you in a dry county then?
No, it is not
Okay.
a dry county, but we did experience. I had a friend of mine that helped us move, and he was never aware of dry counties along the way. So when we got to Arkansas, we could not
Isn't that
believe there was a dry
strange?
county.
Or
And
Blue Sunday.
and we were in the town near Scranton. I think it was, and there was something called the Scranton Bridge that goes over the Arkansas River. So we went over the Scranton Bridge and got to the other side, and which basically they sell alcohol in this other county, and they had pallets of alcohol. I mean, just the whole store was full because everybody comes from the dry counties on over to Scranton and in Arkansas, and that's where they get all their booze.
Oh yeah, I mean you should see the cannabis shops on the Washington-Idaho border.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it.
Yeah. Frank, we're going to get to the politics and stuff in a minute, but is there anything like how long have you been in Tennessee? When did you get there? How long ago? A couple weeks?
Well, yeah, it's 3 weeks from today. 3 weeks from today we got here, and I'll tell you, it was a trip. It was a trip because it took us 5 days. It should have took us only 4 days, but as we were coming, we were going through Arizona. And I'm driving the RV, and the RV in Arizona decided it was going to blow out a tire. So we had a blowout like I never experienced one. I'm happy to be alive because I was fishtailing, and my wife was behind me in the truck, and my friend was behind her in the truck, and they could just hear the big blowout. I mean, I've had blowouts before, but never like this. I mean, this really just actually tore a hole in the RV. And it actually bent the muffler, so we had to get to another town, and it actually cut the muffler off. Oh, and then we got to another town where we were able to get the new tires on, and I had them check out the other tires, and literally I had another tire, the front tire, that was separating. And the guy showed me it, and luckily we went there because I mean that could have been another blowout, and that was a brand new tire. So that's what's crazy about it is because you get in the heat and you get on those rough roads, you're really it's really you're just praying that nothing happens like that, and I'm just happy we made it.
Well, I'm glad you made it in one piece, man. I wanted to ask you. I mean, obviously, you know, the prices are different. Like I'm sure the cost of gas is half what you were paying in Cali. And
let me stop right there, Kevin. I'm going to tell you something. As we were leaving California, we're going through the Mojave Desert right there, and literally, I should have took a picture of this. So I'm out of gas, so I have to get gas, and literally, I go to the Chevron station right there, and the gas in California at that gas station near the Arizona California border was $8.69.
Wow! Oh my gosh!
And I'm like, oh wow! And my friend's like, hey, just put 2 gallons in there. Let's just get across the border. So we put 2 gallons in. I spend nearly $20 on 2 gallons. I get across the border, not even 3 more miles away, and there's a gas station in Arizona. $2.59 a gallon. Wow! And so you're talking about not half; you're talking about a quarter of the price of California right there. Wow. Of course, you know they took advantage of it because you're right there in the Mojave Desert. But you know, it was just crazy. I mean, what a price difference.
The Mojave Desert is beautiful, by the way.
I've never been to Mojave.
I lived there for a couple years.
Grounds. Yeah, I was there for a year.
Yeah. What else have you noticed? Just
in Ridgecrest?
No, I was up higher in Lancaster and Palmdale.
Sorry, Tom. They're having sorry, Frank. They're having an old home week where they compare notes of all the places.
I need to say something. You know, Kevin, when you're talking, I want you to realize. I think I've been on this radio program now. We've been close to 15 years.
Yeah, we go way back. We used to kick it at the crib with a 40 and a blunt.
Oh, go ahead. But you know, Kevin, you've never given me show prep. I've never got show prep. I have to go ahead and I come on here and I have no idea what you're going to ask me, so I'm never prepared. Everything I've done.
Do you want show prep? Do you want show prep?
Thank you.
No, not that I need it. Not that I need it. I just want to make sure I point out that I've never had show prep. Everything that you asked me about politics has always been off the cuff. Yeah. And you know what? Hey, sometimes you take me by surprise. Probably a lot of times you take me by surprise. You know what? I want to just let you know, hey, I'm not prepared with notes or anything like that. I just have to be prepared in my mind to go what I want to be answering. And you watch, you're going to probably throw something at me, a curveball, something I didn't even heard of tonight, but I will improvise.
That's half the shows for me. I don't have time to chase down all this stuff during the day.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's half the shows for
Frank,
me.
I don't send you prep because you're a trained professional, man. You've been with us long enough, 15 years. You've been neck deep in politics. You've run campaigns. You've done search committees. You've had your hands in stuff, man. You know what you're doing.
You know what? And you know what? The fact is, I'm a trained professional only because of you, Kevin. that I was able to go ahead and do 15 years of answering questions without show prep. That's good.
That's right. Well, you're welcome. You're welcome, Frank. I do what I can. Okay, so hold on. I want to ask you, is there anything you notice? I mean, take the financial end of it, because I think that's obvious, right? Is there anything you notice in Tennessee that just feels different when you're in a conservative state, as opposed to the uber liberal bastion that is California?
Wait, Frank, where exactly are you in Tennessee?
I am in Tullahoma, Tennessee.
Okay.
What's great about Tullahoma is there is actually an old. This used to be there's an area, I haven't been to it yet, but I understand there's an area where there was a Nazi camp right here where they hold Nazi prisoners. Harry Truman.
I love the history of that.
So Harry Truman came through here, and actually there's an Air Force base here in Tullahoma, Tennessee.
Okay.
So you probably look it up on the map. It's actually an hour and 10 minutes south of Nashville and an hour north of Chattanooga.
Okay.
So I'm
Thank you. Yeah.
I'm in the central time zone, but if you drive to Chattanooga within an hour, probably about 45 minutes, I'll be actually in the Eastern time zone.
Which is just crazy to me because I lived in Ohio and I was 3 hours ahead.
Well, Frank, have you met Alicia Beeler, our newest co-host? You haven't met her yet, have you?
No, I have not.
Alicia Beeler, meet Frank.
Hi, Frank.
Frank Aquila.
Hi, Alicia. Hey, great.
Hi.
Alicia's filling in for Paul. She's much more attractive than Paul. She's much smarter than Paul. She's got much more political experience than Paul, and I
like beer.
And she doesn't play softball.
And Paul's not gonna like you not giving him any ammunition right there.
That's right. He's not even listening right now. I think he's probably working. Hey, listen. One thing about the Nazi end of it. So do some research on that, because a lot of people don't know that there were a number of Nazi soldiers that were sailors that were captured, especially in the Caribbean during World War II, that were brought into the U.S. Well, and there were sub crews and stuff that were captured as well in the Caribbean that were brought into the U.S. in POW camps. And there's actually a huge story about how the Nazi soldiers would act out against other Nazi soldiers that they believed were working with the Americans, and there was a whole bunch of violence, Nazis on Nazis in these camps, where they were retaliating against Nazis that were helping out the Americans. And there were a number of Nazi POWs that were put to death following court-martial. And there was a concern about how that would influence American soldiers that were captured and held in German POW camps because of the Geneva Convention. And it's a lot of World War II stuff, Frank. But I stumbled onto a podcast series about it. I don't remember the name of it, but if you get a chance to go look into it, it's really interesting.
Hey, Alicia.
Yes.
Do you agree with me that Kevin should be a university professor? I mean, look how he improvised. I just brought up Nazi camp, and he has all this knowledge, and he was just ready to go with it as if he had show prep. So he actually did very well. Kevin, you did.
Yeah, I think that Kevin is full of a lot of fucking bullshit.
No, you know what?
Like it's overflowing in that mind of
You guys go look it up. You guys go look at about the Nazi POWs that were brought into the U.S. to work. It's a real
But
story.
I would just tell you, I am actually a professor. Kevin blows me away.
Whatever.
He does.
Whatever.
He does.
Frank, I want to start with something that, and again, I don't know if you've heard this story or not. You have been relocating, getting into cheaper country and better country, and probably better views too. But House Speaker Mike Johnson came out this week
dun, dun, dun.
and said that Trump was an FBI informant in the Jeffrey Epstein case. Did you hear about this story?
I did hear a piece of it, because I did hear how during the time I heard something in the fact that Trump was very much involved in providing a lot of information. I wasn't aware that it was FBI informant, but I did hear that from an FBI agent stating that he was involved in really providing a lot of information for the FBI right in the beginning. But I did not know he was an informant.
Well, how do you sift through it, Frank? Like we hear kind of these weird little whispers of things about Trump, things that Trump has done, things that Trump is doing. Some of it never amounts to anything. Some of it's kind of just, I don't know. I don't want to say mysterious, but it just feels like it's just a hint of something and then it goes away. How do you suggest, somebody who's well connected, how do you sift through all the tons of stuff that we hear about Trump, the good, the bad, the lies, the truth? Like, how do you negotiate all that information that's coming out about him? Because it's nonstop, either from his people or from the people that hate him.
Well, first off, what's strange about the whole thing is the Republicans were one that wanted to find out what was going on with the Epstein thing to begin with. Everything looks very suspicious. How Epstein died, whether suicide, whether it was something else. I mean, but you get Kash Patel and Dan Bongino in there, and they stated that there was nothing that they found other than a suicide.
Mm-hmm.
Trump he's very well connected to a lot of people. I mean, so for there to be a picture with him with Epstein, there's no doubt about that. But Trump has stated he's never been over there to Epstein's island. Bill Clinton allegedly has been there 28 times. And so, from what I've gathered is when Trump found out about Epstein and Epstein's over there at Mar-a-Lago, Trump had him escorted out.
Yeah.
So Trump has disfavor for guys that are involved in such shenanigans, and we don't know the full truth about everything. I know the Democrats. They just got done with the Russia thing, and that's been exposed to them. And I've been saying that was a lie all along. And now you got the Democrats out there doing anything they can to discredit Trump and trying to tie him to Epstein. Well, yeah, there's a picture of Trump with Epstein, but then they have pictures where they're photoshopped and they're just trying to get people out there to believe that Trump's more involved than he actually is with Epstein.
Well, look, I don't know many things in this world, Frank, but one thing I know unequivocally, 100% without a doubt, is that Trump was not involved with Epstein. And do you know how I know that? Because if they had one scintilla of proof, the Democrats would have outed this thing back in 2019. No doubt. Like the idea that it's 2025 and we're still having this conversation like, well, maybe he was, and maybe he was a pedophile with Epstein on the island. Like, if they had anything, they would have released it back when Trump ran the first time.
Oh, I agree. I'd say this. What's crazy is they state there's no list. And remember, Trump comes back in office. The whole Epstein thing was a year or two ago before Trump got into office. Mm-hmm. And so you have these people that obviously were crooked in the FBI, CIA, and whoever else was involved in this whole thing. And so when Epstein dies, was there a murder? Was there a suicide? I don't know about that, but there's a block of cameras that nothing's shown. There's no list. I don't believe all that. I believe there really was a list. Obviously there's flight logs but what are they able to find out? Who was there? I think there's a lot of people that were protected. And if you have people that were, on one side trying to go ahead and take down Trump and the Republicans from getting in office and even making up stuff, well, how difficult is it to shred a paper, and actually destroy evidence that was related to Epstein that would expose a lot of high-profile people? And so I really believe there was a lot of high-profile people, and there was a cover-up, personally.
Do you think Epstein killed himself?
I do not. I do not. I know that goes against what Kash Patel and Dan Bongino, but again, you have a block of time where nobody knows what happened during that block of time. Why is there video surveillance during that portion of time missing?
Yeah.
Again, you have people that are higher up that may have done something, and these people, it seemed like they were able to do a lot of things. I mean, why if he was on suicide watch, why wasn't somebody watching him? You don't want to blame a guard for not watching him. You don't have cameras, and then there's a lot of high profile people. I believe he was murdered.
Okay. Yeah, I don't fault you. Like, I'm not going to tell anybody who thinks he was murdered that they're idiots. Like, I'm not that dug into it, but I think he looked at his life of prison and that he was going to become somebody's girlfriend and have to wear a dress and shoes and dance for him in the prison cell. I think he has proven from his past actions that he's nothing but a freaking coward, and that was a coward's way out. But, there's enough breadcrumbs in this, Frank, like you talked about. There's enough breadcrumbs. Well, why weren't they watching him? And what happened to the video feed? And what happened to all the stuff that he's supposed? And I would never say anybody's wrong to say that he was murdered, because there's way too many holes in it either way.
And precisely, I believe because there's so many high profile people that could have been exposed by him. It's in their benefit to take him out, or claim that he was suicidal. But again, you know what? Hey, if somebody was watching him and they had the full video, I mean, then I would say no, he committed suicide. But because of those gaps, because of the missing evidence, and because there were so many high profile people that could have been exposed.
Didn't they release like the minute before he died?
Right.
And I'm like, wasn't that the piece that was missing? And then all of a sudden, now here it is. Like,
yeah, that's what I thought too.
I mean, really? Come on. I don't believe shit anymore.
Lila mentioned that in the chat too, that the video's been verified to be played with, but I don't. Verified by whom and for what purpose? Like, years later, we suddenly come across a video that nobody could find, and now this answers everybody's question.
Yeah.
Like that stinks. Like, remember the Maine? You know what I mean? Like that, it's too convenient, man.
So, something about the whole thing stinks. I mean, we've had headlines coming out saying, y'all, the list is on my desk, and then I get headlines saying there's no list.
There's no list.
So which one's
There's
the
no
lie?
video. There's nothing. Like, how do we know?
Frank,
I don't believe we know the full truth of what happened.
I just want to know what part's the lie, and why are we being lied to?
I think we should just blow it up. Like, I know that part of the reason is that they think people can't handle it, but really, I think people need to hear it.
I agree.
People need to hear that, like, their favorite actors are pedos. Okay.
Or Oprah Winfrey.
Oh,
she was on the flight manifest several times.
No doubt.
Bill Clinton.
Drinking that endocrine.
Yeah.
They need to hear it. They need to hear it.
Prince Andrew, Bill Clinton.
Andrew.
I mean, these people were living there. I mean, and a lot of high profile people. I mean, it's one thing I wish somebody would just do a special prosecutor just to go ahead and do an investigation into this whole thing to find out who was involved, because there's just too many holes, as you state, and really these people that were involved, and I mean, with young children, they should all be exposed. These people should be prosecuted, and there's a lot of high profile people that were involved.
Yep, Lori.
So Frank, I'm not sure if you've been privy to this, but it's come out since Virginia Giuffre, who was one of Epstein's victims. She had a 12-hour clock every day with her lawyer. And
is this the one that committed suicide?
It's claimed that she committed suicide. Anyway, she had a 12-hour clock. So every 12 hours, she had to check in with her legal team and her security team. And when she didn't, it set off a chain of events. I'm not sure that you've heard about this, or maybe you have, but the first drop happened, I think, roughly 3 weeks ago. And undetermined times going forward, there will be drops of more information. I'm just curious, one, have you heard about this? And two, if you have, what are your thoughts on this?
No, I'm not aware of these 12-hour.
No, not the 12-hour. That was when she was alive.
Yeah.
Now that she's gone, there's undetermined time between drops of information that'll come out.
No, I can't really speak to it, but it just allegedly she was involved with Prince Andrew, from what I recall. Again, you got high profile people, and how these people are able to just basically feel like, you know what, they're above the law. They could do whatever they want. They could have these type of places to go to. And I think it's more common than we're aware of, because I think there's a lot of high class celebrities that are involved. I mean, I've heard of the Pizzagate type things.
Yep.
I mean, and yet nobody's been arrested. I mean, that's where the whole thing stinks. There's too many people that are
going on
law.
too long.
Yeah, and when you look into it, it all makes sense. It all makes sense.
Or even like Emmanuel Macron. I mean, he started dating Brigitte when he was 14. I mean, that is classic.
And you know what? This is why I think a lot of the inside people in Washington, the Democrats, even the inside of Republicans, they wanted to keep Trump out, because Trump really has exposed a lot of crime, a lot of corruption that's been going on. I mean, going back to the USAID, I mean, he has really just shook that apple cart, and really there's a lot of people that are being exposed, and it's a good thing. It really is. People that have committed crimes. And we've talked about a lot of this here on this program with Nancy Pelosi. I mean, all these people making millions and millions as a public servant, and a lot of this stuff is getting exposed now.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, and listen, Lila said this in the chat, Frank, and I think we can all agree on that. Lila said it. It's Democrats and Republicans that are involved in this. That's part of the reason why this story doesn't get released, is that
deep state. No
matter what administration you've got in there, they're protecting somebody that's on their side. And the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And they want to save their people so much that they'll save the other side too, if that's what they have to do. So the whole thing doesn't come tumbling down. It's interesting, man. It's scary that I don't honestly believe we'll ever get the files released. Because before you can release the files, somebody has to redact them. You have to take victims' names out. And so if you're going to hand it over to somebody to redact it, who are you going to hand it over to, and who can you trust to redact the names out without messing with everything else? Like, anybody who's going to do it is so well connected.
But now they have a group of victims that are going to release their own list. So.
Well, I think that's great. And I don't know why. Again, I don't know why the victims hadn't.
They've all said that Trump wasn't on that list. So.
And not that they should be put in that position, right?
Yeah,
the victim should
have
not
to be. Absolutely. Right.
But I wonder why they haven't released it yet. Like, again,
you know exactly why. It's because the people behind that list all have money. They all have power. And if their names are released, shit is going to fall downhill.
Well,
that's what it's going to be.
I can neither confirm nor deny that Jay Inslee and Gavin Newsom's name are on the list.
I'm pretty sure Kevin Chambers is on that list.
Hey, I don't have enough money to fly there.
I believe there's a better chance of a list or the information being released under Trump, because I think Trump's not involved in it. He's never been to Epstein's Island, but I think there's a better chance that the information does come out as they have released. I think a whole bunch of evidence just recently. But we, again, we will have a better chance of knowing about under Trump, just like this whole thing with Obama and Biden and Clapper and Brennan and Comey all being involved in the whole Russian hoax against Trump. That would never been exposed had Trump not won the second term. I mean, they did everything they could, and even try to assassinate him in order to prevent him from being in office. And here he is in office, and he's exposing a lot of stuff that we as private citizens would never known about.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Hey, I want to switch gears really quick to one other story, Frank. So the New York Times came out with a story back in 2019, and this has been picked up by a lot of different news agencies. So, I guess the initial question is going to be, is this fake or whatever? But essentially what they've uncovered, according to the Times, and everybody else has picked this up. Back in 2019, there was a mission of Navy SEALs that went into North Korea. Their goal was to implant an electronic device that would intercept communications with Kim Jong-un. The operation was unsuccessful, and during the operation itself, the Navy SEALs encountered unarmed North Koreans, and rather than have them out the SEALs having been illegally in the country, the unarmed North Koreans were killed by the SEALs. Now, Trump has been asked about it a couple of times, and he said that he doesn't know anything about it. Again, in his defense, it's what he's going to say either way, because you have to craft a message, even if it were true. He's not just going to be like, yeah, it happened. Have you heard about this story, Frank? Do you have any knowledge or any thoughts on it?
No, I don't. I'm not aware of this story.
Okay. Yeah, it's blowing up all over the place. Again, it's a New York Times thing, and the Times had a thing for Trump, since Trump was a baby.
Yeah, what year did this op supposedly take place?
2019, during his first term.
Okay.
Yeah, during
At
his
the
first
end
term.
of his first term.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, I'm not gonna beat you up over it, Frank. If you want to look into it, though, I think
Frank,
we can
That's where show
this
prep
happens
will
with
help.
every president.
God bless you, Frank. Yeah, show prep would help. All right. I'm gonna start
Oh
sending
my
you show
gosh,
prep.
I love you, Frank. That is amazing. I'm on Kevin all the time. What are the topics? What are the topics?
Well,
I'm
I
not
do
going
want
in their mind.
I touched on this whole thing about the Russia Gate and everything like that with Clapper, Brennan, and Comey and Obama, and I thought maybe we'd talk about that just for a moment.
Yeah.
It's going to be very interesting to see what happens because, see, Trump went to the Supreme Court and he got the Supreme Court to agree that presidential actions are protected. And so in that one sense, Obama is protected against prosecution.
Yeah.
But not Biden and not Comey, not Brennan or Clapper. So, but here's where it's going to be sticky for Obama. Obama could actually be prosecuted because now he is a private citizen. So what's going to happen now? And I'm not saying he's going to be, but what's going to happen now is if they're going to go ahead and do this investigation, Obama's going to have to be questioned, and he doesn't have Fifth Amendment rights to self-incrimination because he can't be prosecuted. He has to sit there and he has to tell the truth about what happened. And if he doesn't tell the truth, if he lies, well, now he's a private citizen and he could be prosecuted for perjury if he does lie. So that part's going to be very, very interesting to see how that goes going forward. Because now I believe he has nothing to lose because he can't be prosecuted. But I'll tell you what, these guys, Clapper and Brennan and Comey, they might be. I think they're going to start saying, "Hey, we're just following orders from Obama." I think that's what their ploy is going to be on. But it's going to be very interesting to see how this all turns out. I think there's going to be some people that you're going to start seeing some people actually prosecuted. And another thing is that I just come to my mind that could be talked about as well is the auto pen. How you had all these people just given blanket immunity from prosecution, and that yet they were never charged with a crime. You can't give a pardon to somebody that hasn't been prosecuted or brought to justice or the crime. So Adam Schiff is an example of that, and yet they gave him a blanket immunity of prosecution from the auto pen. That's going to be interesting to see how that all works its way out, because I think there's just been an overall abuse, especially by the Democrats against Trump, and then abuse of the system with this auto pen, trying to take out an incoming president. Just so much that, again, we wouldn't know about if it wasn't for Trump actually becoming president.
Well, unfortunately, Frank, I think the Democrats have a really good defense right now on this whole thing about the auto pen specifically, because they can't ask Biden what he did or didn't agree to sign, because that dude can't remember what he had for breakfast this morning. I mean, no, I'm not being mean, but his mental cognicy is not there.
Good thing.
So you can't ask Biden. So Biden, you pardon this guy. Do you understand why?
Do you think he really used the auto pen? You
Well,
really
no,
think it was
that's not my point though.
Okay.
My point is now you can't really question it because he can't testify.
Right.
He can't provide testimony in a culpable way because all that's on his mind is malto meal, right? So anything that he did during his presidency, you can argue he doesn't have the mental capacity to even discuss at this point.
Right. And you make a great point about that, Kevin. I think what there needs to do is be investigations about who was involved with that auto pen, who was in charge, and was there people that were just signing things in stating that they were him. And I think there's going to be people that are willing to come out and speak out about it, that were fearful before. The whole thing with Adam Schiff, he released intel that wasn't supposed to be released, and now because Trump's in office, one of the people that were involved in his office, in Schiff's office, has come forward and said, "Hey, yeah, he was going ahead and giving out intel that." And saying that we'll just keep this between us. So you're going to have leakers. You're going to have people that are going to come forward and speak the truth. And you make a great point because Biden could come back and say, "Oh no, I signed that. I knew about that." But there was just so much. There has to be some corrections in all these things that have been abused, and so there should not be any auto pen. I think this has to be something where it has to be signed by the documents by the actual president, especially in something so important.
Yeah, no, I agree. I do wonder, Frank, do you think the Republicans will get behind these kind of wholesale changes? Because, I mean, obviously the Democrats did it during the Biden administration, but Republicans have used that same, you know what I mean? It's not just the Democrats that are doing some of this questionable stuff. And if you come back and say, well, we're going to fix all that stuff. Well, now you fix it so Republicans can't do it either. Or do you think that, not Trump, but do you think across the party lines, they're going to be able to come to some kind of a decision to do that?
Kevin, if you asked me this question a couple months ago, I would say, absolutely. Because it's like, you have to do what's good for the good of the people and the good of the country. Yeah. The Democrat, if you watch what Trump does right now, everything he does, he goes in and blows up some Venezuelan gang members that are involved with Iran and
we're talking about that later.
And Hezbollah and the Democrats, hey, they defend everything that goes against Trump. He goes and talks about going into DC or going into Chicago. And the Democrats are up in arms. He goes and sends the National Guard into California, and they want to go ahead and fight against Trump. So you want to fight. You would think that the Democrats can work with Trump on, hey, we want to reduce crime. Mm-hmm. They don't want to reduce crime. You know what? They are involved in protecting the criminal. They'll go against anything that Trump says Trump's for. And Trump made a good point one time. He said, I think he said this during the State of the Union, that he can bring a cure for cancer and the Democrats would be against it. You just can't make this stuff up. So what's for the good of the country? What's for the good of the people? You would think there would be enough Democrats to say, common sense prevails. And it's laughable that the only person on the Democrat side that I see that has any common sense is Fetterman. Fetterman is the only one, and that guy couldn't even put a whole sentence together during the campaign. So, but he's somebody that really has crossed that line to work on common sense issues with President Trump.
Isn't it refreshing to see somebody actually worry about the American people as opposed to how they're going to look to their party?
Oh, absolutely.
It's so refreshing. Refreshing.
But there's so few and far between now.
I know, it's insane.
It's very I guarantee you, just because Fetterman has worked with Trump, it's like Kristen Sinema when she was in Arizona.
Yep.
It's like Joe Manchin when he was in West Virginia.
Yes.
They want to go ahead and primary the person. Mm-hmm. They want to get that person out because they want to go ahead and put some
And that's the problem these days. That is the problem.
Yes, and so you know what? That's why the Democrat Party. What's their brand? What do they stand for? They have lost. I think I saw a stat out there, and I believe this to be true, that they have lost voters in all 50 states.
Yeah, like 4.2 million.
Yes, people are leaving the Democrat Party.
Yeah, but Frank, let me give you some counter. Let me give you some counter data. And I came across this last week, and I wish I had the source. I'd go look it up. I'd send it to you. But since the presidential election, in the off races that we've seen, the Phyllis spot races or whatever that we've seen since then, Democrats are scoring 15 percentage points higher in all of these elections than where they fared during the 2024 presidential election. So
yeah, I'm aware of that. I know that was in Iowa. There was a race, a state race in Iowa. I think there was another one maybe in Florida, but yeah, I'm aware of that.
Is it possible Democrats really didn't leave the party so much as Democrats just flat out rejected Kamala Harris and the after effects of the Biden presidency?
That's a good question. I think basically they're the hardline Democrats are still there. And they want it's going to be the independents, who the independents are. I think a lot of people that have gotten frustrated because you have big people like named Joe becoming Josephine, and there's all these people that want to switch over. I mean, that's probably the biggest thing that's really kind of just irritated a lot of the even Democrat voters that's saying, hey, I'm out of here. I'm not part of this party anymore. But I don't know. I think I think Gavin Newsom right now, he's becoming the voice of the Democrat Party. He's being the anti-Trump guy right there in California, and he's going to be the nominee for the Democrats because
Thank you, Frank. Thank you, because Kevin over here thinks it's going to be AOC, which is
going to be AOC
completely out of line.
Well, I you know what? I mean, AOC, at least she's a little bit more truthful than Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom has, hey, the streets are on fire, and he's got a squirt gun out there, so he's not doing anything.
Listen, AOC. We'll get into this a different show. I do want to tell you, I knew somebody named Paul, but now they go with the name Paula, and they play softball. Listen, one other question for you, Frank. Donald Trump has talked about this a few times about requiring proof of citizenship to vote. The House passed the SAVE Act, which would do that. I think it opens up a really interesting constitutional question about how much say the White House and the executive branch has when it comes into regulating the elections, which up until now have been regulated by the states. Even the federal elections have been handled at the state level. How much?
But they still have direction from federal.
They do.
They do.
But when you look at how polling places are regulated and all of that comes down to state
all
stuff.
State involved.
Yeah. And so the question is, Frank, how much sway does the White House have?
None.
And I've always argued, could Trump do executive orders that impact specifically federal elections only?
Could.
Is that an option? Because then the states would have to follow suit because they can't afford to run an election all by themselves for the state and local stuff without the feds picking up the tab.
Yeah, that's another very tricky question. It's probably going to be a constitutional question, maybe even go to the Supreme Court on that, because there is state rights to elections, but yet you have maybe federal guidelines that must be in place. Because if you have federal elections, you have to have, in my opinion, you have to have guidelines that if the states aren't regulating it correctly, that the federal government can at least say, hey, you know what, we want to make sure there's voter ID. We want to make sure people are legally voting. And yet you had a situation with Gavin Newsom. He just recently did an interview talking about ICE going to polling places where people are going to be scared to vote. And I started thinking about, I saw this and I couldn't believe it. And somebody had made a comment. It's like, well, you know what? The only thing would be about ICE showing up would be about illegals. And if you got illegals voting, that has been the whole idea all along. The Democrats have been lying for years. They wanted driver's license for illegals, and they have allowed this whole thing to happen. And you got this truck driver that went into Florida that ended up killing those people doing a U-turn because he doesn't speak English.
Mm-hmm.
And he was from Stockton, California. Literally, that was 15 minutes from my home when I lived in California. So there's a lot of these Indians are out there. They don't speak English, and they're coming over here. They're being truck drivers and saying, no, there's discrimination. Well, no, you shouldn't have a driver's license if you're here illegally to begin with. And number two, especially if you can't even read a road sign. So, there has to be, if California, for example, if they're going ahead and they're manipulating the rules and they can't be trusted, there has to be some sort of federal regulation, or we lose the whole damn country.
Yeah. And that driver of that semi truck, not only did he have a California driver's license, he also had a Washington driver's license.
Yes.
And clearly both states kind of dropped the ball, and it doesn't surprise me given the direction of our current leaders.
Okay, but just because they have a driver's license doesn't mean they were registered to vote either. I mean,
but that's what they are. That's what they are doing. They have. It's called motor voter. So
we motor voter in Washington.
Yeah, you get your driver's license and you go down to vote. Well, all you got to do is show a driver's license. Well, actually, you don't have to show it. You just go down there and say, "Hey, I'm here to register. I'm so and so." You don't even have to show ID. You just go down there and you could vote under. I could say, my name's Kevin when I go down and vote if I was ever in Washington.
Yeah, be careful though. You get a lot of child support payments if you were me. Listen, but listen, the other problem is, Frank, the part that goes part and parcel with this is you have cities and municipalities giving illegals the right to vote in the city and municipal elections.
Exactly.
Which is illegal and has been overturned by the courts.
Has it? Because didn't they just pass it in New York? Didn't New York City just allow?
It actually happened in Ohio when I was working as an elections director. The city, or it wasn't a city, Yellow Springs, where Dave Chappelle lives. They voted with their city council to allow illegal immigrants to vote, and it was overturned by the courts there in Ohio.
Wow.
So, I mean, I know that voting in Ohio is a lot different than voting in Washington. It is so much different.
Yeah.
So much different. But, I would think, or I would hope that the courts in Washington would uphold that same kind of constitutional right where you have to be a citizen to be able to vote.
Well, in Washington state, I think as long as you identify as a Democrat, you literally can murder a busload of children and be forgiven because you're a Democrat.
And this goes back to, this goes back to, earlier point. And I'll just say this, this is why the Democrats' last line of defense is actually the courts. That's why they wanted to ram as many of their progressive socialist judges as they could through. That are actually out there trying to block everything that Trump's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes again to my point about what's for the good of the people and good of the nation. They don't care. It's about what's good for the Democrat Party. And so every single time when they said, "Hey, you know what? We can't be having a voter ID at the polling place." At the same time, they were trying to say, "Well, we want to welcome these people into our nation." I mean, literally, hey, Biden and Harris, they were opening the floodgates to millions upon millions of people just coming through that border. And there was a reason behind it, not because they cared about the Hispanic people that are primarily from Central America, but they were seriously looking at, hey, flooding the system. And then when Trump tries to remove these people out, there's two things was going to happen. Either Trump's going to move, it's going to incite those people that are being driven out as hey, these poor people and Trump and the Republicans are racist, or they succeeded and then had all these people over here, and then they get these people all registered to vote and say, you know what, we just want to do blanket amnesty. In the end, I believe the Democrats are going to go ahead and prevail because they're going to go ahead. I don't think there's going to be 11 or 20 million people being removed, in 4 years. So they're going to have enough people over here that they have created themselves a future voting bloc, which is why Trump's actually going out there and he's saying, hey, you know what? Anybody here right now that's not here legally, we want to do a new census because he knows that's the current game plan for the Democrats is getting as many people registered in the census, and it should be saying, you know what, if you're here illegally, you shouldn't be counted in the census, which would take away probably about 4 or 5 congressional seats out of California.
Yeah, it is weird to me that illegals can be counted in those districts where they're not allowed to vote, and yet they still help determine the makeup of representation. Quick comment. Shauna said in chat, Oregon had an administrative error where 1,200 non-citizens had been registered to vote. They weren't clear on whether or not they had engaged in voting, but she wouldn't doubt it. Look, you start muddying the waters, and even in the best case scenario, accidents will happen. I mean, just take out the fact that some people are going to try to do stuff on purpose, but you start muddying the waters and accidents will happen. Administrative errors will happen. We see people get released out of county jail by accident all the time. If you think having somebody in protective custody and they can accidentally let them out, and now you're going to go to a situation where you have millions of registered voters and somebody's not going to screw that up, like it's not rocket science. Systems that big, you can't manage a little system. The state can't do a big system. Yes, Beeler?
As a former elections director,
yes,
in one of the most eyes-on states, it is very possible to do that and not have these questions coming at you.
Do you think so?
This is a Washington thing. This
I'm
is an
sure
Oregon thing. This is a California thing. This is a liberal
Do you guys
thing.
do mail-in? Did you guys do mail-in voting in Ohio?
We did. We had mail-in voting and we had early voting for 30 days before the election. And we also had provisional ballots. So if you didn't have an updated ID or you didn't have an ID to vote, we did a provisional ballot. And if you were able to come in and show that ID, then your vote would be counted.
We're gonna drill down one day on the election.
We need to. We need to. Yeah.
Frank, I love you very much. I appreciate you. I'm glad you made it to the new home and that everything is good. And how's your wife? Is she doing great? She like the new place?
She's doing good. Oh, she loves it. She loves the house. We are here in this house probably for about a year. We're going to have our forever home built, which is going to be very exciting to watch it be built. The area that we live, literally we walk to a lake every single night. We just walk around the lake, feed the ducks. It's kind of crazy. We're 5 minutes away from the downtown, where we could go. I mean, shops, any shops that you could think of is right down there. It's just a long strip. We're 5 minutes away from the woods. We're 5 minutes away from the lakes. We got 3 lakes within 8 minutes of us.
That's amazing.
It is absolutely amazing. And the weather has been absolutely beautiful here. It's been absolutely beautiful. So we're really blessed. We're enjoying it.
I'm super excited for you guys.
Really it's best move that I made. And I see a lot of comments from other people left California. It's just, hey, I escaped.
Yeah.
Because I lived in the San Francisco Bay Area my whole life.
I lived in Alameda for a couple of years. I hated it.
Oh, you know how that is.
I hated it.
That's a rough county right there. That was right next to the county I worked at, and that was Contra Costa County. And so,
that's where my wife's from.
I was born in Contra Costa County.
Really?
Yeah, Concord. I was born in Concord.
Concord. That's where I started. I started with Concord PD back on August 1st, 1988.
That's where F-Bomb lived in Concord.
Wow. You probably arrested her, Frank. Frank, we love you very much, man. I really mean it. I appreciate you. We're going to have you back on October 5th, the first Sunday of October. We'll drill down to some stuff, and I'll try to get you some show prep.
And Frank, it was so good to meet you.
Oh, absolutely. It's always a pleasure to talk to you guys. I always look forward to it, actually. I mean, when Kevin tells me, hey, you want to come on, I'm absolutely going to say, you know what, I'd love to. I was trying to make myself available even right before the move, because we were moving first week of August, and And Kevin's like, I didn't know you're going to go ahead and be able to come on the program. I said, oh yeah, I'll come on. I'll come on. So, but you know what? It was great because last time I was with you guys back in July, and here I am. 2 months later, I'm over here in Tennessee, and really, really exciting. Really enjoying it. And you guys come out towards Tennessee, you guys please let me know.
I will for sure. Frank, when you were in the video queue waiting to come on, I told Baylor, we're going to have Frank on. She's like, who's Frank? And I said, oh, he's a really left-wing guy, big Bernie Sanders supporter.
Oh, yeah.
She gave you the finger, and then she found out who you were. So, Frank, we appreciate you, man. We'll see you on October 5th.
Hey, God bless you all.
Thanks, buddy.
Hey, take it easy, man.
There goes Frank Aquila, again, author of the book Sarah Palin Out of Nowhere, good longtime friend of the show, and longtime contributor. We love Frank so much. We appreciate his time.
He was great.
And he's always really good with his time. Like, I think we could have him on for 3 hours.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think he could have touched on everything we were talking
He totally could have. We love him very much. We
Yeah.
appreciate him. And we'll have him on October 5th.
Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna take our top of the hour bumper break. When we get back, we'll get into our show sheet, which is all the game planning that I did that nobody likes.
No, I love it. Thank you for giving it to me in advance because I like to know what I'm going to be talking about.
I do what I can.
Thank you.
That's why I'm here. All right.
Yeah.
Outlaw Radio, top of the hour bumper break is next. We'll take about a 60 to 90 second break.
Yeah, let's do 90.
So people can use the little girls' room, obviously. And we'll come back. It is the Outlaw Radio Network, a presentation of Admin a la carte. Do you need some help for your small business? Check out adminalacarte.com. Tell them K-Dog sent you and get some penicillin. We're back after this on Outlaw.
Drowning the demon, holding your breath as the devil slips away. Hope will erase the regrets. Open your eyes, sanctified. This is an uphill battle. Setting the skin of despair. But still you catch the courage. Take it all back, break it again. So take it back. You can't redeem yourself. So take it back, take it back, take it back. Take it all back, break it again. From the ashes you rise, redefined. Take the truth that's inside, redefined.
All right, it's Outlaw Radio. Everybody else is gone. But hold on. Let me unmute that microphone, Lori. Go ahead, Lori. Say
I'm
hello.
here.
Oh, there you
Hello.
are. All right.
I'm here.
I mean, yeah.
Alicia's back too.
Yeah, Baylor's just not on camera yet.
Let it be known that there's a male who had to run off to the little boys' room.
That's right.
That
Tom
took too
had to
long.
run off the little boys' room. Broadcasting live from Black Ring Spirits.
.com.
If you have not checked out the fine selection of alcoholic beverages at Black Ring Spirits, we encourage you to do so. Hold on, Tom. I'll turn your mic on. Go ahead, buddy.
Why do we have music playing?
Why do we what?
Why do you have music playing?
I mute them because sometimes you guys like to have side conversations.
No, you have music playing.
Oh, because I was just talking over it.
He's deaf.
It's a
so you
radio
have to
thing.
speak up.
People talk over bumps all the time. It's
Okay,
a
fine. I was just.
He's got to hit the post.
I'm
Just
a trained.
asking a question.
I'm still learning.
I know.
Okay?
I'll take you under my wing, Grasshopper. I will educate you. I will be your I will be your Mr. Miyagi.
I don't want to be under your wing, Kevin.
Wax on,
You
wax
plan
off.
things and then you just like
don't follow
Totally
through.
ditch people.
Paint the fence. Paint the fence, Beeler. Paint the fence.
I have painted the fence by myself many fucking times. So
I
there
hate
you
painting.
go.
I hate painting.
You guys are so full of profanity tonight, Beeler. What's up with you?
I've had a day where profanity just seems like the way to go.
Was it the mood?
It's the whole mood. It's been the whole mood of the last couple weeks. Like it's just.
So
you're still mad that I stood you up for our Harbor hot dog thing on Friday. I know.
I think you shouldn't. I said I'm gonna come down Tuesday and get a Harbor hot dog, and you were like, "No,
wait for me.
Let's go Friday. We'll go together." And so then I didn't go Tuesday, and then I heard
Kevin.
nothing about Friday, and I'm like, okay, well, that's just fucking
I'm a horrible friend.
how much of a beta he really is.
I'm a horrible. I'm not even maybe a
because
delta.
an alpha would have kept his word.
I'm alpha would've.
Exactly. He would have put it in his calendar. and
That's
had
exactly
reminders.
right. He would have had an alarm going off. Take Alicia to Harbor Hot Dog.
Yeah.
That's right. Give Alicia my wiener. That's what it should have been in my phone. Give Alicia my wiener.
That was
That's not
that was a
happening.
softball. That was a softball.
It was a very big. That was a very big softball. It was
Yeah.
like it was a slow pitch, like. Psh.
Yep.
All right. So listen. Let's get to our first story on the sheet. So
We already did.
Well, we didn't really get into it
No,
because
Frank's come and gone. That was the front.
I meant
we're
the
on
first
second
story on the second. I swear to God. Do you know I'm trying not to swear on this show anymore? I'm trying really, really hard.
But I'm making it hard.
I have a potty mouth, and it's something that I prayed that God would help resolve me of. And then I come in here and hang out with you, Thomas, and then I'm allowed.
Thomas.
By the way,
Thomas.
speaking of,
Thomas.
let me
The
just
tank
reach
engine.
out to Aunt Nancy and say,
Oh shit! Here we go.
Nancy, how you
Here
doing,
we-
baby?
Here we go.
How you doing, baby?
Yeah, here we go. I keep telling you, Kevin, she would kill you.
Nancy.
Well, he's met her.
would
I
die.
know she would hurt him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she would.
Janer Kennedy said I wouldn't give her Tom's wiener. That's okay. Anyway, Rick said, Alicia, ask Kevin how long I've been trying to get him to watch a movie.
Yeah, I know. I'm responding to him right now.
We've
And I said,
never-
I don't really care if people actually want to enjoy my presence.
I love you, Beeler. I really do. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
I'm
all I
so
can do is
over
apologize.
that. Like
I'm not asking you to forgive me. I'm just telling you I'm sorry. You can hold a grudge and resentment and be mad at me. I've
still want
earned
a
it.
fucking Harbor hot dog. I've been following those guys for years. Like I was gonna go Tuesday by myself.
I know.
Should have said something. I would have joined you
I'm awful.
on the way home.
I'm a
from the
horrible
fair.
friend.
I said that during the show.
I'm a horrible
Yes.
friend. I'm a horrible friend.
Yeah, we
All
can
right.
do that.
So,
As long as I'm in the distillery, working Wednesday through Sunday, anyone is welcome to come and have a lunch date with me with a Harbor
Cool.
hot dog.
And is Heather gonna be here? Because we'll go eat wieners together.
Yeah, all three of us.
Yes. Yes. Can't wait to eat some wieners with you guys.
This has gone off the rails.
all I ever wanted to do was give Beeler my wiener, and I forgot. So sad. So horrible.
Look what you've done, Kevin.
All right, anyway.
Look what
Kevin.
you've done.
What?
You brought it. You
had
are
the
the effect
opportunity.
of this whole thing.
Yeah, you had the
You
opportunity
said
and you
it
messed it
on
up.
air.
I know I did. Okay. Let's get to our first story for hour number 2. So I want to go back to this. So Frank didn't have a lot of information, so we didn't
deflect.
I'm not deflecting. I'm trying to keep us on. Listen, okay. What is the point of me doing a show sheet if you guys see a bright, shiny object and decide we're going to talk about that instead?
No,
we could
I
spend
agree.
a whole hour talking
Okay,
about the
okay.
fact that I stood Beeler up, and I feel awful about it
Yes,
because I
sir.
do. Or we can go to our
Oh,
topics.
wow. What is that?
What
Who
is what?
J. Andrew Kennedy. If Alicia was the last vagina on earth, I tell Tom, don't do it, bro. Tom doesn't even have a say in my vagina because Tom is married to the amazing Heather.
Yeah.
But he's just, I think he's saying that he wouldn't. Okay. well,
Never mind.
You,
All right,
you
back to
wouldn't
topics
hit
at
that
hand.
is what you're saying.
That's what he's saying.
J. Andrew has a
Okay,
hard on
well,
for
that's
Boss Baby.
fine. You don't need to know how great it is. It's fine.
J. Andrew Kennedy's a Wolverine fan. He's a Michigan fan. That means he's on Brokeback
Michigan.
Mountain. All right, here we go.
Fuck Michigan.
Brokeback Mountain is in Michigan. Here we go. House Speaker Mike Johnson claimed that President Donald Trump acted as, quote, an FBI informant in regards to Jeffrey Epstein. Johnson was questioned Thursday by CNN reporter Manu Raju, who, by the way, is a horrible reporter, but his name is fun to say.
I was going to say, is that really?
Yeah, Manu Raju.
Raju.
Yeah.
I have to confess, I've never heard of this.
About how the president has been using the term hoax frequently in regards to Epstein. This, Johnson argued, was not about downplaying Epstein's abuse of underage girls. Quote, what Trump is referring to is the hoax the Democrats are using to try to attack him. Here's what he said, quote, he has never said or suggested or implied. I've talked to him about this many, many times. He is horrified. It's been misrepresented. He's not saying that what Epstein did is a hoax. It's a terrible, unspeakable evil. He believes that himself. When he first heard the rumor, he kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago. He was an FBI informant to try to take this stuff down. When asked to confirm the claim that Trump was an informant, a spokesperson for Johnson said to the Daily Beast the following statement, quote, the speaker is reiterating what the victim's attorney said, which is that Donald Trump, who kicked Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago, was the only one more than a decade ago willing to help prosecutors expose Epstein for being a disgusting child predator. The White House had previously said that Trump kicked Epstein out of the Mar-a-Lago club in 2006 after a sex trafficking incident, though that took over a year to take effect. Okay, so Paul is ready to join us. Hold on, we're going to add Paul in. Hello, Paul.
Hey, brother.
What's going on, man?
Hey. Well, I'm here to do a show. I was going to log in earlier, but you had Frank on, so I just waited.
Okay.
So I enjoy listening to what Frank has to say in your guys' conversations. I do have a question, though, for Beeler, because she said something during the conversation, and I know that we're getting to a different topic. I just wanted to ask for clarification because I thought she might be able to help me understand this. I thought in Washington.
Show sheet? Why do I do a show sheet? What is the point? We do a show sheet, we start a topic, and then Paul comes in and says, well, let's go backwards and talk about something else.
This is the ego. The ego.
I spend my time doing a show sheet.
Calm down.
I invest my day into doing a show sheet.
There is no reason to yell like that.
I do
Not
research.
Ever.
Go ahead, Paul.
Does anybody else get the impression that Kevin is so sexually frustrated that he has no other outlet for everything? Like, I don't understand it, Kevin. I love you, brother.
And her 5 fingers, okay?
Oh, my goodness. Anyway, so
I'm so bad they fall asleep, but go ahead.
So Washington State does ARV. Is that correct? The automatic register or AVR,
yes.
Automatic voter registration.
Yes.
But,
I was just reading up on that with the Washington DOL website, and that's how it seems.
But there's a catch. There's a catch with it, if I understand correctly. And this is what I was hoping, Beeler, you might have some knowledge on. It only applies because I was under the impression for a long time that every illegal that came into Washington State, they could get their driver's license, and as soon as they got their license, they were registered to vote. Now I think that actually I was misinformed or ill-informed, or maybe I didn't understand it correctly. Because if I'm understanding it correctly, the only way that happens now is if they prove with citizenship, and it's only for the enhanced driver's license that they are automatically registered to vote.
And I don't have an answer for you on that.
Okay.
I just know that when I registered to vote, it asked for either my driver's license number, which I still don't have a Washington driver's license, or my social security number, which I do have. So there's that.
Well, and lots of illegals, as Kevin will testify, a lot of illegals have social security numbers that are stolen.
Well,
they can provide that.
Yeah. I mean, that's I mean, I don't know if you guys know this, and it's not really specific to voting, but my dissertation right now, chapters 1 through 3 that I'm working on is on the cost of illegal immigration to the judicial system, both in the criminal justice system and in the civil system. And
that's interesting.
It's a staggering amount. It's insane.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of money we're spending on that is insane.
I have been open on this show for years about my own lapse in judgment and getting pulled over for a DUI. And in the middle of my court proceedings, my lawyer got disbarred and I luckily had 3 years of law school under my belt, so I was able to complete the process without representation. So enough of it had been done. The judge let me finish it on my own. But the point, my only point about that was, to your dissertation, it blew my mind how many people were going through the DUI process that were not citizens and needed interpreters. I swear to all that is holy, a full half of the people that were going through that process needed interpreters, didn't speak English, and weren't citizens.
And that's just an additional cost to the American taxpayer. I mean, it doesn't end. There's always something. There's always something.
And now I wear the ice jacket proudly.
I know, and it looks so good on you, Paul.
Why are you staring at me, Kevin? This isn't my fault. I didn't do this.
All right. Hey, Kevin, didn't you have a topic you wanted to discuss? You got it.
I hate you.
I'm passing the ball to you, Kevin.
I literally hope you die in a fire. I hope you die in a fire.
Hey, Beeler, you want to come do a Dude Wah photo shoot with me? We can put on skimpy Daisy Duke short. Yep, there we go. All right, cool. Let's do it.
I'm not wearing Daisy Dukes. Fuck that, dude. I don't have the legs for that. No, I know my limitations. I ain't trying to go out there and be something I'm not.
Oh, look, somehow Paul got muted.
No. Paul didn't get muted.
Yeah, you were for a second. Oh, actually, hold on.
I know my limitations, and Daisy Dukes is fucking one of my limitations. I ain't putting that shit on.
Well,
in fact,
look,
I don't even own a pair of shorts because I have these like short, stubby tree trunk legs that came down from my Hoskins family that I somehow got blessed with. Okay. And then on top of that, I was a catcher
Is this on the
my entire baseball and softball career.
I didn't know you played baseball and
somebody, and somehow it just added to that thickness.
Tom.
Okay.
Hey, do you see a discussion about Beeler's legs on the show sheet? I don't see it on here.
I'll tell you what. Let's do this. Let's make sure next year you come play co-ed softball with me, okay? We'll get you on the team.
I'm totally in. I love that.
Oh my God. No. And I'll tell you why. Right now, you rat bastard. Because how many shows did you miss? Because you're like, football game today.
And co-ed.
Hold on.
Because co-ed is Sunday nights.
Let me finish.
Co-ed Sunday nights.
Let me finish.
It'll be more fun. So
we bring Beeler in to help fill the show group out, to help fill in for the fact that you can't be here on Sundays because you're playing softball. And now you want to take the person that's here to fill in for you and help pick up the slack because you're not here because you're playing fucking softball. And now you want to take her to play fucking softball too. God, I hate you.
I think it's a great idea.
Oh my God, man. I try so hard not to swear. I'm trying it's so hard with you, Paul. It's so difficult. I just don't want to swear on the show anymore. I'm trying to be professional. And then Paul shows up and I have to shit myself.
You know, I know. I would like to point out that I would like to point out that F-Bomb does have a sticker on her file cabinet that says maybe swearing will help.
Heather, you're so not wrong. I love that.
Well,
Tom, I literally love your wife.
My wife's wonderful.
She's like my soulmate.
Hey, Matt Macklin's in the chat. Yeah. Matt, long time no speak, man. We got to have you on the show again sometime. I love chatting with you before. We should have Matt on.
You know what?
Yeah,
Kevin, with Matt in the chat room, let me put this out because we've been looking for a while, and I thought Tom had me hooked up, but in typical man fashion, he totally let me down. I want to find a lawyer that will come on and talk about just legal things once in a while, like how to act when the cops pull you over, what are your rights, things like that, like little things that everybody should know, but nobody is aware of. Like people just don't know. Go ahead. Yes,
listen. I told Kevin I want to have my best friend Kimmy on. She is an attorney. She would be great at that.
Perfect.
Yeah. We need to bring Matt on.
And also, we're fucking hilarious separately, but together, holy shit! Watch out.
Oh my God.
Indeed,
we're gonna let Beeler and her best friend host the show in our absence during WrestleMania.
Seriously, that's gonna happen.
That'll be what happens.
You can imagine that her friend Kimmy is probably more of the I'll take the beta male, right? So if Beals takes the alpha male, somebody's always got to take the ugly friend.
Oh, she will take the beta male. She's a beta male guy. She is definitely the beta male. She is the dominant in her relationship.
Did you
I
say
am
that she's the
definitely
beta male
with
guy?
them in
Is that what?
mind.
That's what she said.
Is that what
yeah,
she
Paul.
said? She's the beta male guy. I mean, it's cool if
She
you're.
likes to beta male.
Don't ask, don't
She
tell.
would
Don't ask, don't tell.
Anyway,
All right.
She's the dominator for sure.
Can we go back to our topics now? I mean, I
Let's
did
do it.
slate
Let's
over
do
a
it.
show sheet and put some input and some effort in
I'm
there to
sorry.
try
I
to
think
get something together
I think
because
you
people
need to
demanded it.
read J. Andrew Kennedy's.
Yeah,
comment.
J. Andrew Kennedy said, "I think I might do Tom before Alicia." Paul is a close second.
I think that's awesome. Good for you.
That's right.
I think he really wants your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. I just got word. This is off of the IMDb website. It says, starring J. Andrew Kennedy, Brokeback Mountain 2, Electric Boogaloo. Okay. So there you go. All right. With a cameo appearance by Black Tom and St. Paul. Hold on. I gotta do something real quick. Hold on. Let me fix this. Hold on.
Don't tempt me. I have zero fucks given. I will go homoerotic on this and take it to a very, very
I'm sorry.
level.
Hold on. You'll go what?
I think he's way out of line. Obviously he needs to be fucking slapped upside his face.
Here we go. Here's a little 70s porn music for you. Coming up on Brokeback 2, Electric Boogaloo. J. Andrew Kennedy ventures out into the big old world after he leaves
Checking
little old
out
Michigan.
Tom and a little bit of Paul. Getting down with the groove. Get it, babe. Get it.
Don't push. I will show up in the most obnoxious clothing, greased down. Oh, don't.
Oh, fuck you, Tom.
Don't me up.
Fuck you, Tom.
Me up.
Jay, I already hold on. I already have a plot. I've already got the plot. The plot is J. Andrew Kennedy's the guy from Michigan who relocates to the Puget Sound and hires two contractors to help with his plumbing.
Get that, babe. I'm sure they're just gonna bend you over and give that to you straight.
I'm trying to find better porn music here.
You just stop. Don't you have a topic to discuss, Kevin? Don't you have a topic to discuss?
Oh, now that I threatened to make it homoerotic,
So
Paul's
better. Come on.
Paul's pumping the brakes.
Paul was pumping more than that in the movie.
This is my first shit talker in the comments. Like, we have to address this.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. And Lila doesn't want to talk about porn. Lila says, Paul, check out the YouTube channel Audit the Audit and others in that community about cops.
Absolutely. Lila,
Yeah.
Absolutely. I subscribe to that entire channel. I love those guys. They have like 3 different channels going. Audit the Audit. Those guys are awesome. They absolutely rock. Love them.
Well, and what's great though is if you there's a video out there when Paul got pulled over and the first thing he said is that your weapon?
So just so we're clear, I want to make sure I'm reading this correctly. Dennis is not in studio tonight.
Correct.
No, it's all me, dude. It's all me, man.
That's what that's what I figured. Okay.
Kevin.
It's all
Because
me,
there's no way
man.
Dennis would not let Kevin get away with this shit. Okay, I'm just checking. Okay.
I can totally multitask.
Oh, heck, Kevin Nelson just picked out my wardrobe.
Oh.
Oh my God, Tom.
They're planning your porn.
Tom,
my cowboy boots and my Christmas sweater.
Gay porn husband shit going on.
That's great. Lila said, yeah, they do some great work, unlike Kevin. I do great work.
They do. No, they do. Lila's 1,000% correct about that.
What?
Dennis isn't here, and Paul's not in studio.
Oh.
You know what I'm thinking?
I know what it is. Yep, here we
Here we
go.
go.
Thanks.
Sorry.
Thank you, Lori.
Sorry in advance to everybody.
I am Cornholio. Need some TP for my bubble.
Yeah.
I am Cornholio. Olio.
You have Olio? All right. Anyway, go ahead.
Welcome to Lake Titicaca. Titicaca.
I there are times I do not know you guys. I don't fucking know you guys.
Paul, I'm right there with you. Like, I don't know what's happening right now. I'm a little bit confused.
Right? Yeah. Well, so So are they.
A serious radio show.
Yeah.
I
Really?
had topics. I had topics, and you guys wouldn't stay on topics. What do you want me to do?
I'm on topic. Let's go.
You're
Boing.
you're not.
All right.
You're the one not staying on topic there, brother.
Paul, did you hear the story about Trump supposedly being an FBI informant on the?
Look at that.
On the.
Hey,
damn, you look clogged up.
Clogged up. I can fix
Hold
that.
on,
You
look.
guys look clogged up.
So hold on.
That's what
Let me explain what just happened. I went back to the topic, and the minute I asked about the topic, Beeler saw somebody in the chat talked about getting clogged up.
He can fix that for you, Kevin.
Oh my God.
Bend over, baby. Bend over.
Hold on. Let me just say this.
Oh my gosh.
Beeler getting excited about being clogged up, and all I can think of is,
I don't get clogged up. I take care of that shit.
hello, can we get some unclogging over here?
Women take care of them.
Do you work
Relax,
on?
woman. This
do you-
is some gay shit. Yes, it is some gay shit, James.
Do you work on
Kennedy.
some pipes?
I don't even know how to deal with this gay shit. This is even way too gay for me. Okay? And I am like the most sexually expressive person you'll ever meet, but this is some gay fucking shit.
Kevin Nelson, Alicia looks like she's ready to crawl out of her skin.
Thank you, Kevin. Yes,
All right.
I am.
Let me go back to my topic now and see if I can do this for the 5th time without being interrupted. Paul,
Go, Kevin, go.
did you hear the story about Mike Johnson, House Speaker, coming out and talking about Donald Trump being an FBI informant in the Jeffrey
I
Epstein
didn't.
stuff?
I have only heard like little bits and pieces. I do not know the story in its entirety.
Let me read the quote. This is from
Okay.
Mike Johnson.
From
he
your
was
Johnson?
responding- No, from Mike.
I'm sorry.
I don't.
We're all 13-year-olds tonight.
I'm always a 13-year-old, so it's fine.
It really sounded like that's what you said, Kevin. My apologies. From Mike Johnson.
Johnson.
Maybe
Yeah.
we should stop doing political radio and just do like men's room stuff. Like we just do like locker room banter.
We should
and
talk about how Kevin's such a beta. That's what we should talk about.
we'll make that a regular segment later.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
not
yeah,
right
yeah.
now. We have a listen.
We have a show sheet.
We have a show sheet that
We do.
that
Let's
somebody
go. Let's
Beeler
go.
demanded me to do.
And
So-
I looked at it and I was like, is this like a beat up Trump night? Is that what
No.
we're doing?
Hold
Like
on.
we're just talking
There's
about
nothing
Trump.
negative in here about Trump, but Trump had the biggest stories of the week. We're talking.
I mean,
some of the biggest stories in the week we're talking about. Right?
I
Totally,
agree.
yeah.
that
Okay,
some
then.
of those are important. I just
Thank you.
feel like there was a lot of other shit going down.
Yeah, you want to talk about the baseball Karen in Philly.
No. What about Washington State Department of Health
Thank you.
issuing an authorization?
Yes.
We all have to get vaccinated, whether
Okay.
we give a fuck or not.
Hold on,
Yeah,
hold
that
on.
shit ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
Two things. One, the show sheet went out yesterday. Somebody could have very easily said, Kevin, you missed something.
Sorry, I've been busy.
So, and yet I found time to do a show sheet. So, Paul, let me read you the quote from Mike Johnson.
Yes,
Okay.
please, Kevin. Kevin, while you're at it, could you the ladies in the room? Could you? Okay, go ahead.
All right.
Could we what?
Huh?
What?
Oh,
What?
they were looking at the screen. Go ahead and do
So-
it again. Watch, Paul. Go ahead,
Okay.
Paul. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. Fuck you, Paul.
So here's the comment.
Fucking cunt.
So wow. You know,
We should just sit Paul down and
we had some
We're gonna hold him back
sponsors.
him around.
No, hold him down and then we'll pierce his nipples. 'Cause that will freak him out.
If we ever have sponsors listening to this show and Alicia busts out the "See you next Tuesday," we won't have sponsors listening
You
to
know
the show.
what? We're
Here we
gonna
go.
get sponsors because I say that.
Are you?
Okay. Yes,
I-
we are.
All right.
Because
So here's
one of these segments is going to go wildly fucking viral, and it's going to be Beeler saying cunt.
That's probably true.
Go. And everybody is going to be lining up for that shit, and they're going to be like, oh, where have you guys? Oh, you've been doing this for years, and Beeler just joined like 2 months ago, but okay, let's get that girl.
potty mouth Beeler. All right, here we go. Paul, I'm trying to be a professional. I'm not doing a very
go
good
ahead.
job. So, Manu Raju on CNN was talking to Johnson, and not my Johnson, but Johnson, and he.
I know who Manu Raju is. Yeah.
Well, I don't like him as a reporter, but his name is fun to say. And he was talking about the fact that Trump continually uses the word hoax in regards to Epstein, somehow implying that Trump is saying that that whole Epstein thing is a hoax. And so here's what Johnson said in return. He said, what Trump is referring to is the hoax the Democrats are trying to attack him. He has never said or suggested or implied. I've talked to him about this many times. He is horrified. It's been misrepresented. He's not saying that what Epstein did is a hoax. It's terrible, unspeakable evil. He believes that himself. When he first heard the rumor, he kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago. He was an FBI informant to try to take this stuff down. So what he's saying first off is the hoax is not that what Epstein did was a hoax. It's a hoax that is trying to be tied to Trump as some kind of weapon or something to bludgeon him with. But then at the end of that statement, he says, clear as day, like, you can't misconstrue this into any other way.
For sure. Yeah.
Trump was an FBI informant to try to bring Epstein down.
Okay.
Now,
I just don't think I can believe this without some additional evidence. I would love to believe it. I would love to be like, yes, he was on that side. I know that he kicked him out. I know that he kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago. That is
right.
documented.
That's open information, right? We've all heard that. Yeah.
Right. We all know that. And I would love to believe that he was working with the FBI, but really all we have is Johnson. And I will just tell you, over the past few weeks, all we have seen is Trump people talking out of their asses and then Trump having to maybe change his tune a little bit. And so I just think that we need some definitive proof on that to be able to say one way or the other. And I'm not saying that Trump is a bad person. I love fucking Trump. I love him. I think he's great.
We're
I
not
just think that
no, you heard it. She loves fucking Trump.
Listen, if we're going to hold the Democrats to one standard, we need to hold the Republicans to the same standard because this is America and we are completely divided, but we need to be on the same fucking page as to where it comes, as to where we hold the standards for our public officials. 1000%.
I agree with that. Here's the problem. Our government is kind of like a super dysfunctional marriage. We've got a husband.
Nobody likes that.
Right, but it's true. We have a husband and a wife. We have two parties, right? A husband and wife split down the middle, and both sides they don't get along. The marriage is falling apart. They view everything the other party does in the absolute worst possible light while giving themselves the most grace possible. So we the people we're not getting fair answers. We're not getting honest answers. And then we've got the shit show best friends, which are the media, and they're in there fanning the flames saying, hey, look at the nonsense between this and that. And look what your husband did while he was out last night. Look what your wife did while she was out last night.
It's all bullshit though. That's the thing.
That's our government.
It's insane.
And both sides, I mean, at the end of the day, both sides have to take accountability for the behavior of their peers.
Honestly, I feel like I don't even know. Yeah, Paul, shut the fuck up.
Your view.
The founding of America has been my focus throughout my educational
We're
background.
so far from
And
that now.
so I'm feeling like we have this next revolutionary war about to happen.
Oh.
And it's going to be insane.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's going to be that divorce. That divorce is coming.
Right.
It's a very dysfunctional marriage.
I feel like it's coming. I feel like
Designated
it's
survivor.
a huge thing. And I don't feel like it's going to be like this thing where it's like, oh, we're doing what's best for America. It's going to be, doing what's best for America and we're doing what's best for us. And it's going to be this clash that just fucking destroys us.
Wasn't it Jefferson who said every generation must suffer their own revolution?
You know what? Yeah, Jefferson probably said that, but Jefferson was also a fucking adulteral douche. So there's that.
Tell us how you really feel. Yeah.
It isn't that like every politician since Jefferson.
No, I would disagree with that. Actually,
I-
my favorite founder, Thomas Paine, was not an adulterer. He was a fucking good man who fucking rallied his shit, especially when defining the Constitution of the United States of America. So there's that. Okay, thank you.
Thomas speechless.
No, I would go back and say the vast history, vast majority of American history has highlighted some, well, pretty much shit human beings that have.
Yeah, you're not wrong. There has been.
I mean, yeah, we
There
have some standouts that
But
that
when I
defy that, but for the most part,
yes, but when
we've been a shit show
when
for a
I
long
look
time.
back at the founders of America, the people that sat down, they sat down in Virginia, they sat down and rewrote what they thought was going to be the Articles of Confederation and ended up writing the Constitution of, for the United States of America. They weren't bad men, but then when you look back on it and you hear all this stuff, like probably like 50% of them were adulterers, and they just maybe, not saying that all, I think, God, I'm getting away from myself right now. It just drives me insane.
I mean,
I like to think of these men as statesmen. I like to think of them as upstanding men.
They were.
Who did what they thought was best for America to be able to bring forth this vision that they saw for how America was going to be. This republic that would defy everything that we had seen, with all of the input of these philosophers that just brought America to this just amazing forefront. And then
that's how Benjamin Franklin invented the light bulb.
dudes and
But I mean, but they were good statesmen, and they did have the country's best interest at heart. But they were also fallible human beings.
they were
Okay, hold on,
absolutely
hold on,
human
hold on.
beings. I just feel like back then they should have been different. They shouldn't be like people today. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the human condition
The
has,
human condition.
the human condition is consistent, and it's been consistent for thousands of years.
I just feel like back then they should have been like way more godly.
People with
should have been
power
way
exercise
more
their power.
godly.
Though. I mean, people
Yeah.
with power exercise their
True.
power. You know what I mean? Doesn't make it right. Doesn't make it okay.
Mhm.
But people with power exercise those power. And usually with men specifically, when you are in power and you manifest power, it manifests sexually.
Part of it, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Maybe
it's a
that's why you're so dry, Kevin.
God damn it. All right. You guys can handle
That was
I'm-
awesome, right?
Wow.
That was kind of mean.
Wow.
You got it.
So, Kevin, how about them Mariners?
No, I'm not. No, you know what? You know what? I'm okay.
Oh my God, that was fantastic.
That made up for every Lori Speeds commercial.
Oh my God.
Oh boy. All right,
Where are we? Where are we at?
Well, I was coming to understand that
You can't
that-
leave. Oh, Kevin's leaving.
that Thompson, I don't know, somebody will have to explain it to me.
Oh, Paul, we crossed the line.
Oh,
I will have to understand what
he'll be back.
What was being said about Trump and being an FBI informant.
Oh.
So today is the first I've heard about the FBI thing with Johnson.
Right.
Again, the whole Epstein thing goes back. I mean, I was thinking on that last night, I think, and that whole thing is where I came up with this analogy in my, this bad marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and you can apply it to so many different things, but the Epstein list is like, it's this symptom I think it's a symptom of the bad marriage, right? I mean, it's such a nasty little nugget of this relationship that I don't think either side really wants it out, which is why neither side is giving any information, anything.
Well, and it makes me think, Mike Johnson as the speaker is a pretty smooth, pretty intelligent guy. I'd probably say in a lot of ways he's more intelligent than Trump, like most people. But I think that if he said that the way it was represented, I think he probably said it with conviction, because that's not the kind of thing you screw up when you're saying. And to Beeler's point, is it possible that Trump was an informant trying to take down Epstein? Yeah, it's possible. Because he was somebody with authority, control, and power, and he was somebody Epstein felt that he was close to. Epstein trusted him, so he would have been a perfect recruit for the purposes of taking down one person.
But
so it could be true. It could be true.
If it is true, there's a paper trail.
Well, but that paper trail would not be something that any reporter, nobody'd be able to find out about it, because those confidential informants are kept just that. They're kept confidential. All I'm saying is it's possible.
Right.
It's possible that Johnson was telling the truth.
But someone like Johnson has access to that paperwork, and it can even just be redacted and shared with the public.
Maybe. I don't honestly know that, Tom. You could be 1,000% right. I don't know. I don't know if Johnson. I guess the question would be, how would Johnson know? And it would have had to have been because Trump told him. And Trump, as we all know, Trump never lies.
Right. So I mean,
right?
Again, it goes back. I mean, if we're going to make a claim like that, give us a paper trail.
Why? Yeah, give us a paper trail. But also, why didn't this come out earlier? Why all of a sudden?
Right.
Why is there a list on Pam Bondi's desk, and now all of a sudden there's
there,
not?
and then it wasn't. I mean, there's been so much.
Yeah.
There's been so much smokescreen bullshit, untruth.
Right. This is a diversion for something else.
Put some paper. Give someone some paper.
Yep. Facts.
Here's the deal. If Donald Trump was really an informant, it would have came out the first time he ran. It wouldn't have been a secret. It would have been something he campaigned under. It would have been a big feather in his cap. So if he really was so for me, I can fully put aside the idea that he is somehow an informant. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the point of bringing this out now? Like, what was Johnson hoping to accomplish?
Maybe Johnson just found out. I mean, it wouldn't be. I don't know how things work. Kevin is a federal guy. You'd have better information on this than me. But isn't that stuff confidential? Like in the title? Like, I don't. Is it possible that Trump may have not been able to say anything? Maybe he just now, for some reason, did. Maybe it slipped out. Maybe a whistleblower came forward. I mean, it's Washington, D.C., right? Yeah, and there's secrets everywhere. I don't know. I'm just saying it's possible. I'm just saying it's possible.
I believe that if it were anybody other than Trump, right? Because Trump can't not promote himself. He can't not talk himself up. There's no way I'm going to believe for the life. And this is not an anti-Trump thing. This is not an I hate Trump thing. It's accepting the guy for who he is, which is a promoter of himself, among many other things.
Yeah, for sure he is.
An undercover informant going up against Epstein in the middle of the Epstein stuff and all the trial and how hated he was. Donald Trump riding in like a guy on a white horse, helping to take down
the white pony.
Yeah, he would have basked in that, man. That would have been in every campaign ad. It would have been front and center. It would have talked about it nonstop. So I mean, I will give you, Paul, that it is possible.
That's all I'm saying. It's possible.
But on a scale of 1 to 1,000, I give it a 1. Just because of who Trump is.
No, listen, I cannot fault you or Tom. I cannot fault your guys' logic with this at all. All I'm saying is that I think it's as likely as it is not likely that it's a true statement, or at least Johnson believes that it is a true statement. So I just knowing how DC works, knowing how the government works, I have a rudimentary understanding of how the FBI program works with confidential informants. Only because of my time working as a facilitator for immigration, and it's to me, I mean, very very basic, right? And that stuff is you can't even get that in a FOIA request, by the way. That you so Tom's point about there being a paper trail, well, that very well may be true, but it's nothing anybody will ever be able to get their hands on. You will never know who through public information records requests or FOIAs, you'll never know who's a confidential agent or not.
Right.
You know, and Beeler might be able to answer this better with her work that she's done with the government, but that's what I believe to be the case. And go ahead, Tom. Go ahead.
So, I mean, I understand that that's not going to be, FOIA stuff or whatever, but there's got to be a paper trail somewhere. I mean, if the paper trail is so secret that no one can read it, what's the point in writing it down? Just go do what you're going to do.
Because sometimes you need to be able to prove stuff. If you're a confidential FBI informant and something happens while you're the informant,
like right now.
What do you mean? What does right now have to do with anything?
That he should be able to prove he's an informant. I mean, if
no, that's never something you can't. There's no way for you to go prove something like that. If you're an FBI informant, you've got a one-on-one relationship. You've got what's called a handler. Okay, your handler is responsible for you, but there's no contract. There's no way to prove that
somewhere.
Not necessarily. Because sometimes you can be used on a moment's notice. An FBI agent says, "I need to know what that guy in that building is doing. I need you to go in there, act like you're shopping, and come back out and tell me I'm using you as an FBI." And sometimes they'll even pay, and they pay cash, by the way.
Sure.
Non-reportable tax when they pay that stuff. So all I'm saying is it's not out of the realm of possibility, and I can absolutely see the FBI having used Trump as a person to try to get to Epstein, especially if they were looking into the guy.
I still believe, though, coming into the 2020 election, when Donald Trump's poll numbers were not great against Biden, and the boost that would have given him in the electorate, if he came out in 2020 running for re-election and said, "Hey, by the way, just so you all know, I was an informant to help take down Epstein." Like, I don't believe he would have said
Trump's too smart, but he's too smart for that. He knows he would have never been believed.
That's like you owning a Lambo and not busting it out on a first date with a hot chick, right? You don't keep that in your back pocket. You use it when it benefits you.
Not if you don't listen. Trump is such a braggart about so much in life, right? Like everything he brags about, there's always a weird sense of truth to it. Like, I had the biggest inaugural crowd. Well, you had a crowd, like there's always that kernel of truth to the stuff that Trump says. Yeah, I'm just saying, I think he's smart enough to know that, he's already this rich dude. He's powerful. He's famous. Like, he knows nobody's going to believe him, and they're going to call him a liar if he comes out and says, "I was an FBI informant against Epstein." He knows he'd get lambasted out of a building for admitting that. If I'm Trump, I want it out there, then I need somebody else to put it out there. I sure as hell ain't putting it out there myself. Right?
It just seems like a huge waste to have now be when it gets brought out. You know what I mean? Like
well, again, but if he was
your capital, he would have had from it is wasted by.
But that's
now.
I understand what you guys are saying about that, and I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that we do have to give credit where credit is due. We can't sit here and think that Trump's a total idiot buffoon, right? He got to where he's at because he's not unintelligent, right? And so if you're Trump, no matter what your bragging issues are or your psychological issues, no matter what bad things people want to say about you, this dude knows he could not have come out and said that thing, and he very well may have been told, "No, this is classified. You can't talk about this." Right? Or maybe the FBI told him, like we're never gonna admit to this, right? I mean, if I'm Trump, I'm going, what good does it do me to say this if I've got no way to prove it? But if somebody else puts it out, it's the reverse of what Nancy Pelosi called the wraparound smear, right? It's the reverse.
Trump has
Absolutely.
been making comments for years about things he can't verify.
Well, that's not the same.
True.
It's not the same as this man. He's been a that's my point. It's not he didn't come out and say it, and so he can hide behind that.
Well, and
He
I
can
think
hide.
that-
He's like, yeah.
Go ahead.
No, that was good. I was done. You're okay.
I was going to say, I like what Rick Eckert had to say. He goes, is it possible we are taking informant to be too significant a term? Maybe not a formal informant so much as he said something to someone, hey, look at this guy. There's something going on.
Maybe.
You know,
That could
and
absolutely
then
be the
washed his
case.
hands of the
Perfect
whole
point,
thing.
Rick.
We know that he kicked him out of
Yep.
Mar-a-Lago,
Right,
so
yeah.
maybe
We
that's
do.
a thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm just look. I'm not willing to give this story the complimentary reach around without a little more information. You know what I mean? I think there needs to be more. And I think the minute Mike Johnson came out and said that, I think it obligated him and or the White House to come out with something to clarify. And if that clarification is, well, Mike Johnson just mixed his words. He said inform him, but really Trump just notified them about what was going on when he kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago. We can put this story to bed. But I think it obligated him and Trump as the president and the White House, it now obligates them to come out with something to clarify. And I'm not trying to hang the guy out to dry. And quite frankly, Trump didn't even do this. Mike Johnson did. So this isn't a Trump thing, but there has to be more information to this.
Well, that's the problem with this whole Epstein conversation, though, right? Because every time someone asks for more information, there's more information that's not vettable. Some of it contradicts previous information. I mean, it just more is not better in this case. More is just more confusing. It's
I got you.
It's more crap on the heap that we're trying to find the pin in.
Yeah.
Or is this being used to discredit Mike Johnson?
Could be.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
we've
there's
seen that happen as
political
well.
games. Yeah.
Yeah, we have.
All right. I'm going to change subjects really quick because I want to get to another thing. It's really Trump heavy tonight. And it's weird, Paul. Sometimes we'll go like months of the show without,
ever talking about him.
10 minutes to the guy. And then tonight it just feels there's a lot of it.
Dude, there's a lot going on, Kevin. So you're spot on.
Well, so here's there was an article about this in the New York Times. A whole bunch of other media has picked up on it. CNN ran with it, of course, because if there's anything negative about Trump, they're going to talk about it.
That's right. Yep.
So according to the New York Times, there was a mission in 2019 where a group of Navy SEALs went into North Korea. And the intent of the mission was to plant listening devices in country so they could basically eavesdrop on Kim Jong-un. Now, why you'd want to eavesdrop on that buffoon is beyond me. But so SEAL Team 6, which is, by the way, the same SEAL team unit that took out Osama bin Laden, probably not the same operatives because, I mean, it was like a decade ago.
Those guys are retired now.
Yeah. But same unit.
Those guys are all dead. So
no, they're not.
Yeah.
Okay.
SEAL Team 6 got taken out in Afghanistan. But anyway, go ahead. Keep going.
Not the same guys, though. There's some of them that are still alive that talk on Fox News every once in a while about.
Correct.
Okay. So anyway, so they go ashore in North Korea. They try to plant the devices. They come across a bunch of North Korean, basically fishermen that are unarmed, but they've seen them. And according to the report from the New York Times, the SEALs took out the unarmed North Koreans so they didn't out them and blow the cover of the mission. Now, that supposedly happened in 2019. We are 6 years later. Now, the Times has busted the story open. Trump was asked about it and said he didn't have any recollection about it. I don't fault him either way for that, because if you get asked a question point blank out of nowhere, you're going to disavow it because you have to figure out how you're going to spin it.
Exactly.
You got to figure out how you're going to spin it, how you're going to deliver the message, what your talking points are going to be. So there might be something more coming out about this in the coming weeks once the administration has a chance to get ahead of itself and figure out how it wants to talk about this. Do you give this story, any of you guys, give this story any credit, any credence? And if so, what is that? What do you think that says about this administration and world like actions?
I absolutely do give it credence, and I don't think that is just specific to this administration. I think that this happens with everybody in power. It's just that, hey, he got caught.
Yeah.
Somebody's finally speaking up about it. It's happened for years. Like, this is nothing new. Nothing new.
You know
Let it
that,
go.
Yeah, you know that marriage analogy I made earlier. Yeah, it fits here too.
Yeah.
The Trump administration is no different than any other administration. I'm sure we've had operators all over the globe doing
Forever.
forever and ever. I mean,
And
other nations
countries
do
to us.
it. Yeah, I mean,
James Bond has been around since the 70s, guys. Come on. That shit he was doing, that shit was real.
Yeah, I mean,
60s actually.
Yeah, but let's talk about Chinese police stations on U.S. soil. Let's
In New
talk
York
about,
Absolutely, Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or in
let's talk
Australia.
about spy balloons. I mean, this is not new for any administration. So is it possible? Yes.
Well, and keep in mind too that when Benghazi happened,
Probably.
when Benghazi happened, we had SEAL team members close to Benghazi that they chose not to send, but they were there.
Well,
I'm just saying that I'm saying that
Hillary Clinton. That shit pisses me off.
Yeah.
all I'm saying is we had SEAL team units in other places around the world. To somehow imply that we don't send them into places that we pretend like they're not is not factual. Paul, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, all I was going to say was we all live here in the Puget Sound region, right? So we all know it's not a secret, although it's technically supposed to be, that we have 2 SEAL teams here on the West Coast. One is generally at Keyport, right? And we've all heard the story. Well, I can't say we all have heard the stories, but when you own the only strip club in town, you hear stories, especially from sailors, right? And the bottom line is, they were very open and adamant about the nuclear subs taking the SEALs off to out to North Korea. Like that was like an open, loose lips sink ships, right? At time of war, right? Well, we have plenty of hookers in Washington and in Kitsap County, I have no doubt. Because those guys, they talked about that shit and they talked about it a lot,
Yeah.
We're just going to keep making insults to me. That's okay. That's all right. You just keep going. I haven't. Yeah. It is curious to me, Paul. We take a look at this story from the idea of the NYT, the New York Times. Like, what is the point? It feels to me like a political hatchet job.
Exactly.
It feels to me like this is again another opportunity for them to put their gun barrel sights on Trump to try to discredit him. Because I don't think they would have reported the same thing if it had been Obama or Biden.
Yeah, I think there you go. Now,
Well, midterms are coming.
Yeah.
Republicans are going to get hurt in the midterms.
Shut up.
I know you. Yeah, you have a valid reason for bringing that up, and I think that every party in power should be concerned about that come the midterms, without a doubt. But I think things are, at least at this moment in this country, going like. If you look at the trajectory, right, it's hard to ignore the emotional and economic high that Republicans are riding. And I just, because all of the indicators are pointing up, I'm not saying it's going to be an easy, clean sweep or anything like a red wave. That's not what I'm saying. But I am saying I think that the independents whose votes decide everything, right?
Yeah.
Are looking at stuff right now in a way like they're going, no, this is what I voted for. This is what I wanted.
You might be right. The poll numbers now back him. I mean, the poll numbers on his handling of immigration are up, not down, even though a lot of people on the left said they were going to go down, that they're up, not down. His numbers on the economy are up, not down. His numbers on his handling with Russia and Zelensky are up, not down. I just, historically in this country,
I will tell you,
history. You're right. When one party has swept big and taken over all 3 houses of government, in the next midterm, there's a backslide.
Yeah,
absolutely correct.
That's
100% correct. Yep.
That's all I can go off of.
No, I hear you, man, and you're not wrong about that. What I was going to say is, I think, and you guys can tell me if you think my line of thinking is correct on this or not. But I really, truly think that how Republicans do in this upcoming election is going to depend on the next probably 2 weeks. And by that, I mean, within the next 2 weeks, we're going to have a decision coming out of the White House and the president on how to deal with Russia. And I think that that's going to be monumental. It's success or failure, right?
I think so.
because he's gonna take action, and it looks like his actions now is going to be pretty quick. Like in the next week, he's going to put secondary sanctions in place, which for those that don't know, could likely destabilize Russia's economy to the point where they would be near economic collapse. That's what I'm reading on the economists pages where they talk about this stuff, and they say that because by placing, for those that don't know, secondary sanctions means that the BRICS nations all still trade with Russia, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, who's the most important trade partner for any country in the world? The United States.
And India.
Right? Well,
Mm-hmm.
for the sake of argument, let's just pretend India is a shithole and doesn't exist. But
they still let cows wander aimlessly through India.
Well, they don't eat them. That's the thing. But anyway, my point just was that the secondary sanctions make it so that any country that trades with Russia then is prohibited from trading with the United States. So it becomes a situation where countries have to go, well, do I need Russia or do I need the U.S.? Who do I need worse, right? So the ability for that to have a monumental impact, I think, is huge. But if you're Donald Trump and you make this decision and you go that route, right? How do the American voters respond if, let's see, India, right? To Lori's point, because she's right, that is a massive, massive trading partner. I don't know if they've overtaken China or not yet here, but we're not really counting China, are we? Because we know China's going to side with Russia no matter what.
Right, but India and Russia have some deep trade relations.
Well, and they also have a stick battle going on their border. So I'm making the point that, and yes, for those that don't know, look it up. They fight with sticks. It is really Stone Age-ish, but hey, I mean, why wouldn't two nuclear powers use sticks fighting over a border?
Makes sense to me.
I'd rather that than nukes.
Yeah.
No, yes, Tom, that is correct. But what I was
why don't we just nuke them for them? Why don't we just drop the nuke for them?
Who are we nuking and why?
Yeah.
Well, there's Japan, Scotland, France. I mean, there's a list. Kevin's got that list going. Yeah.
I don't really want to take out Scotland. Why are we taking out Scotland?
Because they let go of the Lockerbie bomber.
There's too many good distilleries in Scotland. You stop it.
Whatever.
And also,
I love
they
it.
have really sexy accents. Can we talk about that for a second?
Yeah, let's talk
True.
about
My
sexy
God.
accents.
True.
All right, we're going to take our bumper break. We'll come back into some other stuff. I have a really good topic coming up around the corner because the DOJ came out this week and said, we're really going to look into banning gun ownership from transgenders.
No.
So we're gonna discuss that story a little bit.
Yeah, I love this. My love for the Constitution.
I know. So hold that thought. We're gonna take a break. Hold on, we're gonna take a break. We come back from our break. We'll give everybody a minute and a half or so to go do whatever they want to do.
Thank you.
Outlaw Radio. We're coming back after
Network.com.
this on
Outlaw Radio Network.com.
I almost
Don't
said the
you
old
dare
tag. I'm
say
all
Mega
flustered.
Talk.
I'm all flustered.
I'll be hitting you.
Back after this.
KITZ Mega Talk.
Kevin should be hitting you.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Are you talking about Liam Neeson?
Oh, hold on. We're back after this. Hold on.
I know.
All right, it's Outlaw Radio, final hour of the show. Although we are going to go about 10 minutes late tonight. We're going to bring back
10
10 minutes late, give or take. I mean, give or take.
10.
We are going to bring back the most offensive 5 minutes in radio.
What?
Yeah.
We're doing that tonight?
Yes, we're doing
we
that tonight.
already did that earlier.
Wow, no.
Oh, amen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
well, if you guys didn't like it, you should have responded when I sent out the show sheet yesterday.
we set the bar earlier. I mean, so actually the 5 most.
But you're at the bar.
minutes in radio. No, we're not at the bar. We set the bar.
Well, we are
So-
at a bar. Distillery is a kind of bar, right?
Well,
Yeah.
it's kind of we have a bar, but it's not.
Hey, it's September, Tom.
I
Before
know.
we get into topics, are
Yes.
you allowed to say anything yet or no?
Nope, not yet.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Not yet.
Never mind.
All right.
Never
All
mind.
right. Everybody's mic is hot, by the way, just so you guys know.
Oh, we're hot.
You're hot. All right. So I'm going to read this story to
Your
Paul.
your video,
and then-
Kevin, your video.
Yes. Oh, did I not fix the
Video.
video stream?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, you got.
That's okay.
Thank you, buddy.
I don't
All right.
need mine on.
All right, there we go. Here, and Lori is on the stage as well. Here we go. All right,
Oh,
we're all
no,
here.
no.
Hail, hail, the gang's all here. All right, let me read this story to you. This is from the AP.
Yeah, go ahead.
The Justice Department is drawing swift condemnation from gun rights groups and LGBTQ advocates. First time those two have ever been on the same page. After
Right.
floating that it was considering restricting transgender people from owning guns. A move that would all but certainly face immediate constitutional challenges if ever implemented. The discussions came in the wake of the shooting at a Minneapolis Catholic school last month that federal officials have said was carried out by a transgender shooter. It was. Again, that federal officials have said. No, it was. Like when they put the phrase federal officials have said, they're tainting the reporting by its inclusion. Okay.
Absolutely, Kevin. Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Yep.
The person who spoke on the condition of anonymity to discuss internal deliberations cautioned that the talks were in the early stages. No proposal had been finalized. Even so, the high-level officials in the Trump administration were discussing such an idea, sparked fury across the political spectrum. ... So I'm going to defer this to Beeler first.
Okay.
As the other constitutional scholar in the group.
Only constitutional
No.
scholar in the room.
Oh, boy. I have a degree to prove it.
I have 3 to prove it and almost
but
a
I didn't-
PhD to prove it.
But I didn't say you weren't. I just said you were an additional.
Okay, Kev.
Is there any way this is constitutional?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
There is absolutely no fucking way this is constitutional.
I think it's summed up to like 4 words.
Absolutely
Shall not be infringed.
Infringe. That's
Mhm.
where it comes down to.
It's 4 real super
I
simple
think
words.
I think what happened was this like subjective tone that was taken when people were talking about it in a sarcastic manner, because anyone who owns a gun, especially in Washington, and cares about their Second Amendment rights has felt that beatdown that comes with being a Second Amendment supporter. And somebody was being sarcastic and said, oh, maybe we should look at transgenders and owning guns. And I think that that's all it came down to. I don't think this was ever really a real thing. I think it was somebody being facetious. And that is what happened. And I don't know anyone who's ever studied the Constitution that would think that this was ever okay, because it's not. They're I don't care if they're transgender, I don't care if they're not transgender. Everybody has a right to the Second Amendment unless you're a felon.
and unless you don't.
Or an illegal alien.
Right.
But if you are a US citizen and you follow the law, you have that right to the Second Amendment. And that is what makes the Constitution so great in America, is that it applies to everyone who is here in accordance with the law. And it doesn't just apply to those Second Amendment rights. It applies to all of them. And it's a beautiful damn thing. And I fucking love it.
Paul?
Yeah, it's hard to follow that, but I'm going to try. So let me first of all let me say I agree with you guys completely. it first and foremost, it's absolutely unconstitutional. You only need to have a rudimentary understanding of English. You could be an illegal alien, read shall not be infringed, and understand that it's going to be unconstitutional, right? Now, having said that, so I agree with you guys on that, but bear with me here for a second while I explain this to you. We have for years discussed gun ownership rights. And there are only a few sets of circumstances, i.e. being a felon, right, where you cannot own a weapon in this country. Now, there are laws on the books in some states and some counties around the country where if you are a person that has a qualified mental health illness, you cannot purchase a firearm. Okay? Now, recently, as in the last few years, I do not know the date, when this occurred. In fact, I was just reading about this last week, but the DSM-5 no longer lists gender dysphoria as a mental health condition. Now, that's a whole debate as to why, right? That's all we can debate that all. I am positive.
Okay.
Absolutely
the only reason
positive.
I ask is it's still, again, I do some stuff with the DSMs.
Yeah.
In my day job, and it's still
it no longer. And look it up while you're there. But I know I just read this the other day. So listen, I may have misunderstood it. I may have read it wrong. So go ahead and look it up because I want to be sure about this. Because I am under the impression after what I read last week that the DSM-5 no longer lists gender dysphoria as a mental health condition. It gave it a different type of label. I don't remember what that label was.
According to the NIH or the NIH, National Institute of Health, DSM-5 criteria for gender dysphoria is listed.
Yeah.
So,
but it's not listed as a mental health illness. So you have to do the search in the right way to get the results, right?
So Google.
But anyway,
what is listed?
Yeah, I'll do some research on this one.
It's changed it from outdated gender identity disorder to gender dysphoria as a mental health diagnosis.
I don't understand what you just said, Lori.
It used to be classified as a gender identity disorder, and now it's called gender dysphoria as a mental health diagnosis. So
yeah.
Anyway,
we'll do some research on it. Go ahead.
But either way, my point is still the same on that issue, and that is. And notice the article didn't say President Trump floated that idea. It said, quote, high-ranking officials, meaning they don't even have to name anybody, meaning some douchewaffle sitting at a reporter's desk said, I need to create a story because my editor said he needs 1,000 words by 1 o'clock.
Hey,
Okay,
Paul, that's what I thought about half of the topics that are listed on this thing. Like, this isn't even Trump, but this is all Trump, but it wasn't really Trump. And it was just somebody saying, hey, this is something that relates to Trump, so let's talk about it.
Well, and to your point, if people they don't have to believe this, but anybody who's been in media for any length of time knows damn good and well that certain reporters have no scruples about making up a story. And you can tell when they use certain phrases and lines, like people say, right? Therefore, they just get the clean up a story with a big brush, right? They don't have to quote anybody because they just say, well, people say, right? Well, your opponents say, right? There are certain way that they word things, and what it is it's a story. It's a reporter creating a story, or a journalist creating a story out of their own personal thought processes, right? They just have to word it the right way. So, and we're never going to know the difference. So now what those reporters have done is they've thrown it out into the internet and the nether regions, right? That somebody, quote, in the Trump administration is suggesting taking away gun ownership from people that are trans, when in reality, that conversation probably never happened.
Mm-hmm.
And none of that stuff has ever been done by this administration because they all know it would be unconstitutional, right? But it muddies the waters. And yet it never happened, but it completely muddies the waters, and it drives home a bias for people that already hate the man, right? Now they're just driving out, and you wonder how long will it be before at a pro-trans protest where they're holding up signs saying Trump's trying to take away our gun ownership, right? That's what this translates into.
And I think in
a
some
poster-board
ways,
issue.
maybe this is like reverse psychology where
Against
they're saying, "Hey,
conservatives.
let's take away transgenders' guns just so we can prove the fact that, hey, this is a constitutional right. We can't just willy-nilly take these rights away."
Yeah, correct.
That, Paul? I mean,
Yeah, correct.
right? Okay.
Correct.
I just think it's noise out of somebody from the administration. You know what I mean? Like Paul, I kind of go along with what
It
you
could
were
be.
saying. There's no
Yeah,
way
it
anybody's
could
going
be.
to pass this. Nobody's even going to try, especially not conservatives or Republicans who believed in the sanctity of the Second Amendment.
And
Yes.
especially not Democrats who believe in fucking this fantasy
Mm-hmm.
world that these people are living in.
Right. But I'm just saying the DOJ is run by conservatives right now because it's the Trump administration, right? And conservatives as a whole believe in the sanctity of the Second Amendment. They're not going to advocate for this. I think it's just another example of noise out of this administration. It's probably one guy in an email to another guy at the DOJ that jokingly said, boy, maybe we should just stop all transgenders from owning guns. And then it becomes a story because, well, why would it not? So we can discredit this administration again. Like, that's what I think it is, Tom.
I was going to say, do you think it's the administration though, or is it,
No.
is it mass media? Because
Yeah.
I really think most of
It's the media.
But most of this politician hating it is fueled by the media, right? It's just a question of who's in power, what politician we're talking about, who the media is. It doesn't matter. I mean, we have the sweethearts for both sides of it.
Right, absolutely.
If when Beeler was in elections in Ohio,
yeah,
and if somebody in the media heard Beeler said blah 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 fuck Trump, right? For whatever context, even as a joke,
right?
That media person would probably run a half page above the fold story the next day.
Sure.
That local elections officials in Ohio are battling against Trump. And it's not what she meant, but it's what the media does. You give them a little sliver and they'll twist it in a way that makes it look like Trump's the bad guy again.
Well, I would just say that that's true about anything. I mean, you could Google my name right now and there's going to be a news story that comes up out of Ohio that is completely false. They spun it
my God!
How they needed to spin it, and it was not
can I
true
read
in
it?
any such way.
Can I read it?
Yeah.
No, on air. Can I read it on air?
Can you, Paul? Go ahead.
No, I don't have it in front of me.
And Rick said in chat too. Rick said it could be a career staffer who opposed the administration saying it just to make the admin look bad. I mean, and that's a valid point that Rick makes. The person who actually made the comment could have been somebody that was appointed by Biden or Obama, but is still in their position and just sneaks a little something out to reporter. Somebody mentioned in a meeting today that they were beginning to explore the idea of banning transgenders from owning guns, and maybe nobody even said it, but it's somebody with an axe to grind. It's somebody who doesn't like Trump. I mean, and it's part of the reason I brought this topic in, even though Beeler hates all my topics tonight. Part of the reason I brought this topic in is because we have to continue to have the conversation about what the media is driving.
Mm-hmm.
Because the narrative that the media drives is not necessarily the truth behind the narrative.
No, they're driving someone else's narrative.
Correct.
They want guns away from the people. Why? Because we have so many guns. We have more than our population. What scares a government in charge, or what scares pseudo government that wants to be in charge?
Well, the Second Amendment was supposed to scare the government.
I know. But that's what they keep hammering every time there's a shooting, every time there's something.
Sure.
That's what they hammer.
That's
so
the purpose of
now, who even says it's someone in the administration? I mean, literally, I'd say the media takes a lot of license.
You look at the founding of America, and that we literally were like, no, we are not doing this taxation without representation. Pew, 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 with our guns. We're going to overthrow Britain. And here's America. Hallelujah. And we're going to put this in our Constitution. And people are going to be able to do this for the rest of their lives because it is right there in that governing document that defines a republic as being oversaw by this document.
Yeah.
as the Constitution. And there you go.
Y'all are right, but I think it's more nefarious than that. I think we saw a shooting at that Catholic school carried out by somebody who was transgender. Like again,
And who cares? It's still a human.
but hold on. No, it is. No, I'm not mocking them for it, but I'm saying the fact is this. And so what does this comment do? This comment takes it from, well, we're having a conversation about a transgender shooter, right or wrong, or whether you should be or not. And it transitions that to, but look, transgenders are all going to be persecuted. They're all going to be punished.
I don't think that's true.
I
don't think that's true.
This goes from the conversation.
No, I see where you're going.
So I'm going. The conversation.
Because Trump has already stated we're not doing all this gender identity.
Yeah, so and they're not going to be in the military.
And it's just started and blah blah blah. Yeah.
And what do the Democrats do every time one of these things happen? And an immigrant does something, and the Democrats come out with a counter story to make it look like now all immigrants are being targeted.
Right.
You know,
right?
The Democrats' methodology is to take the nugget of truth, loop it around, and then make it fit their agenda, which is the Trump administration hates all transgenders.
Right.
The Trump administration hates all minorities. The Trump administration hates all gay people. The Trump administration hates all women. And this is just a part and parcel to what they've been doing ever since Trump got elected first in 2016.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
I would agree.
Hang on, but I will argue this goes back farther.
Okay.
I blame it more on human nature than I do on politics, although the politics definitely feed the beast. But look at the Japanese during World War II with the internment camps.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
I just don't think it's going to get there.
It's possible, right? Because we've
Right.
done it.
Yeah.
I mean, history repeats
Right.
itself.
Well,
I agree.
okay.
Hold on. Let me agree with you really quick. I agree with you. I don't think it's going to get there either. But I think it's their attempt. But go ahead.
Right.
Okay.
It is possible.
It is
That's
possible.
the problem.
So I just Googled what is the percentage of transgenders in America, and
Can I guess 3%? No,
It's-
1.6%.
it's 0.8%
I'll say it's less than
of
Okay.
U.S. adults.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's over 2.1 million people. I just think that it's this tiny percentage that we always focus on as Americans.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing that drives me crazy in America is when especially Democrats use the word collective. We are not a collective society. We are an individualistic society, and
thank
we have
God.
individual rights when it comes to our freedoms that are provided by the U.S. Constitution. And this is one of those things.
This gold moment
They
brought to you
may
by
be-
Alicia Beeler.
Thank you. I get fired up, babe, especially when it comes to my Constitution. Let me tell you. And I will just say that even as transgenders, they have those same fucking rights that are afforded to everybody else by the U.S. Constitution. And that is what we strive to do in America. We aren't doing this halfway bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
That's when we get that collective fucking bullshit that I hate hearing about.
But
we are
kinda
not a
doing
collective society. We are an individualistic society, and that is
Preach.
how we need to keep living.
Keep preaching. Let's go.
But
Yeah. And not only that, but 2A protects 1A. Let's be honest.
Absolutely, it does. It
And if
protects
we-
all of them.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yes.
if we lose the ability to speak out, we're gone.
We're done.
We are slaves.
We are so done.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? That was not ever what was intended.
Yeah.
And that is coming from a constitutional scholar, the only constitutional scholar in this room.
I don't know why you keep throwing barbs at me. Like I don't know why you're so angry with me today. Like
You
every-
stood me up yesterday for Harbor Hot Dogs, Kevin.
wasn't yesterday. It was 2 days ago.
2
but-
days ago. Kevin,
Whatever.
she was hungry for Harbor Hot
I
Dogs. You made a promise.
Hot dog.
I'm sorry I didn't give you. I'm sorry I didn't give you my wiener. I apologize.
Oh my God, keep dreaming.
That's not what you
Anyway.
wanted.
Yeah.
But hold on.
On a side note with the whole wiener conversation, I'm going to start a new hobby. I'm
What's
going to start making sausages.
Okay.
Are you?
That'd be
yeah,
great.
yeah,
Great.
because I like playing with my smoker.
Yeah. Rick says she's suffering from wiener withdrawal. Okay. Look, here's the
Hey,
deal.
Rick. Hey,
Hold on.
Rick, I got something for you right here, buddy.
He said hot
here's the
dog.
deal.
Actually,
He said hot
he
dog.
said hot
He said
dog
hot
withdrawal. but-
Here's the deal. I agree with all of you in the sanctity of the Second Amendment, it protects the First, all of that. I'm not debating any of that.
Right.
But there's a different argument going on here that I don't think is what we're talking about. Or it's different than what I'm talking about.
I think you're wrong.
Okay, let me explain it before
I
you
want
tell
him
me
to
that I'm
articulate
wrong.
the rest of that.
Thank you. The issue is not what it is designed to do or what it should do. The issue is how it is being painted to push the agenda.
Oh no.
I don't think anybody was ever seriously considering banning trans people from having weapons.
Nobody was.
Right.
Nobody was. It was a sarcastic comment that was directed at the people that are always commenting on the Second Amendment and trying to take whatever it is from them.
Right.
And it got turned into this big thing where it's now this like gun rights versus transgenders, and it was never ever a thing, and it's still not a thing.
But now you're talking about my point. My point is
that's what I've been saying all along.
I know, but that's what I'm saying too, is that the larger issue is not the story.
No.
The larger issue is what the media does when they get a little tiny piece and they can spin it. I know.
They're twisting it so they can shape the narrative within the U.S.
And Kevin, listen, we're the media too. We are the media.
That's why we're having the conversation.
We have to be upfront and honest with our shit.
That's why we're having the conversation. That's why we didn't come out with this and say, this is what Trump is doing.
Okay, but here, Trump.
Yes, because he's the president of the United States and is involved in the most important policy decisions that happen in this country.
Where's Fergie?
And this was a very busy week.
Can we talk about Washington politics? I say it's so fucking defunct right now. Oh my God.
Didn't we talk about some Washington politics last week? Like, it's not like we don't talk about them. It's not like we don't talk about them, because we did talk about them last week. This week, I don't know what you want me to do. I really don't. I've spent the last.
We didn't get Bob Ferguson on the show. He needs to sit on the fucking casting couch. And
Bob
he needs to be
Ferguson-
made out like a little whore that he is.
Bob
there's no
Ferguson
way he
will not come on this show.
There's no way he would show
If
up.
Bob Ferguson showed up here, I would be in shock.
Did you see the
I'm
look
just
on his
saying I would
face?
call him a whore.
Hold on. Did you guys see the look on his face when Brandy Cruz asked him those questions?
Oh yeah, he looked like his underwear were twisted and
And
being
then-
pulled up over his head.
So she asked him the
It's
question.
hilarious.
She asked him the question about how Washington state values are represented by us not deporting illegals that are charged and convicted of crimes. And then Fergie came back with this bullshit answer about how, well, we uphold Washington values and the whatever act that he signed.
It's like 3%
And then-
of the population.
And then she came back later and she said, okay, I just want to get some clarification because you didn't really answer my question. It was an illegal immigrant that murdered a deputy. And can you explain how that represents America's values? And Ferguson's response was, well, I think I've already answered that question. Thanks for coming, guys. Good night. That little piece of monkey shit couldn't even answer the question and then pretended like he'd answered the question and then ended the press conference.
Such a piece of fucking shit.
That
Fuck you, Bob Ferguson. Fuck you.
And not only that, but his own
mad.
staff
Why are you
is
so
turning
mad?
against
I am
him.
so mad today. I don't know. It's just been a day. I'm sorry.
We need to contact his staff,
Uh-huh.
okay, because they are turning against him even more than they have in the past at the Attorney General's office. Now in the governor's office, they're recording him and they're leaking it. And who are they going to? Ari Hoffman,
Yeah.
Brandy Cruz.
Yeah.
And they're able to identify and authenticate the audio. And I mean, what's that?
Yeah.
And I mean, emails are being forwarded. And
Tegan
we
said,
need to get them on and
yeah.
find out more. And obviously we would do dark screen and all that, so we can't, give out their identity. But
Well, yeah, they can call in on video and disable their camera, and
Yeah.
we can change their name like that. That's easy to do now.
So if you're out there and you want to do that, please give us a call.
Contact
Reach
us.
out to us.
Reach out to us. We are here.
Tegan said, and I quote, to Kevin's credit, I think it was months after Trump was elected before he talked about it much at all, which is true, because I have a 6-month rule generally, which is you don't get any credit for anything you do in the first 6 months, because the first 6 months were from the prior administration. So I didn't talk about Trump at all. This was just a busy week for Trump. I know Alicia doesn't like it, and I apologize, but
Well,
this was a busy week.
Alicia has other things going on. Like
I respect
I'm really frustrated right now. Okay, I'm sorry.
I can tell. I don't know why you're so mad.
Buy
I don't know
batteries.
what I did. I didn't. How did I piss in your Cheerios?
It has nothing to do with you, Kevin.
You've attacked me this entire show.
Because I am frustrated and I am taking it out on you.
You wanted your wieners
Again, buy batteries.
And I do. God
Terry said, "Can we have a chat about the new vaccine mandates? COVID vaccines for 6-month-old babies and pregnant women."
So stupid.
Okay. Here's the conflicting end of this before we talk about it. Keep in mind that these state mandates came out the exact same week that the federal mandates came out and said, we don't recommend that you do vaccines for kids or pregnant women. And listen.
And they took the COVID vaccine off of the schedule.
Yeah.
Completely.
Now, do I trust RFK 100% of the way on this? No, because I think literally the vaccines could cause cancer and RFK would want them out, right? So I mean, RFK seems a little bit extreme for me.
He's a little wacky.
But I honestly believe that the federal government could have came out and said, don't drink arsenic for breakfast.
Yeah.
And the Washington State band of idiots run by Bob Ferguson would have came out and said, we mandate you drink arsenic every morning. Like, I think they would have came out with anything that is the exact opposite of what the Trump administration says at this point.
Exactly.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb.
Yeah, because Bob Ferguson has Trump derangement syndrome. I swear he is the president and founder of Trump derangement syndrome.
Can I just tell you guys?
Or is it Newsom?
Bob Ferguson. I think Gavin Newsom is his ally and buddy.
I absolutely wish that I was 10 years younger, because my unvaccinated eggs would be going for so much money.
Yeah,
Can't
they
you
would.
still-
So much. I mean, I still have my ovaries. I'm
You could
pretty
still
sure I
put
got
them out
some
on the black
eggs, but
market, couldn't you?
I'm pretty sure they're like.
You can still put them on.
You can still put them out.
I'm just saying, I'm
There
going to
we go.
keep my unvaccinated eggs, and I will tell you that I am so glad that my daughter, as we've talked about before, is a little more liberal, and she wanted to get her vaccine, and I said, absolutely not. You can make that decision when you're 18 years old.
Right.
We are not doing that now as a minor. And my mom was like, well, I'll take her. And I'm like, absolutely, you will not take her. This is not up for debate. This is not going to happen. She can make that decision when she is a fully grown adult.
Yep.
I am not doing it. And she still is unvaccinated. And I think with the way she's brought things up about how people her age are going through, the heart issues and that kind of thing, that maybe she's just a little bit grateful that her mom let her make that decision. And then also I'm probably going to start selling her eggs. So there's that. So that's good. That's
so much money.
Well, and I mean, just to give a snapshot, at the time when all of this was going down, major payroll software developers were selling a new module to track everybody's COVID vaccinations. And you scanned it in and all that, but you also kept track. And there was a checkbox. Do not pay them because they have not provided proof.
Right. And what's funny is that when I lived in Washington, it was such a big deal that I was out there fighting for Washington State to open back up and give the people their rights that were guaranteed by not only our state constitution, but the federal constitution. But we were shut down from COVID and everybody wanted me fired and everything else. I never got COVID. I moved to Ohio 4 months later. Jesus Christ, I thought I was going to die. I got COVID. They only locked down for 2 weeks. And everybody had to go back to work. Here I am with my son in the ICU with his diabetes. He gets COVID. That's what sets off his diabetes. And then the rest of the household got it. But that was in Ohio. That was literally over a year and a half later. And I had people trying to get me fired for standing up for our rights as Washington State citizens.
Yeah. And look, the whole COVID thing was a money grab.
Oh yeah, totally.
And it was a money grab for big pharma. It was a money bag for retail. It was a money bag for lobbyists.
It was a money bag for University of Washington and Seattle Children's Hospital.
Hold on.
Because I worked on a contract at
Do you
that
know
time
who also
for
was a
both.
money grab for?
Jay Inslee.
No, well, the state.
Yeah.
The state made bank. Their
Jay
revenues
Inslee made
were
a commission.
higher. Their revenues were higher.
Yeah.
Because of it. And I'm just going to give you an example of how they made money.
Mm-hmm.
The Washington State ferry system shut down service.
Yep.
They reduced runs. In fact, the Bremerton run didn't come back until like 2 months ago to 2 boats.
Exactly.
And yet the taxes we collected for the ferry run never went down. The amount of money we pulled in never went down. The funding never. So where did the money go? Because you were paying at one point, you were paying for half the boats that the ferry system was actually running.
Mm-hmm.
And yet the funding didn't go down. So where'd all the extra money go? And nobody asked these questions. But when you're talking about a multi-billion-dollar ferry industry, where did the billions of dollars go?
Well, is that why we had a surplus?
Oh, we had a surplus
No,
in 2020.
We had a surplus.
Now we have a deficit.
Well,
I know we have a deficit.
But the surplus, Tom, is because we had more money come in.
Right. I'm just trying to remember the timeline about when the surplus was, and then.
Yeah, let me answer that. So the surplus came in during COVID because we received more revenue than what we had projected. So that doesn't account for the money we didn't spend. So the surplus is in extra money received we didn't count, not money we counted that we didn't spend. So when we look at like a $4 billion surplus, that's true.
Yeah.
But it's probably 6 or 8 billion when you look at the money that we allotted to things like the ferry system that we didn't actually spend.
Yeah.
And I'm trying not to swear, but where the fuck did all the money go? Where did it go? Because it didn't go into it didn't.
Lori's raising her hand.
We got rid of
Tell us.
Transgender hair removal process at the prisons.
Okay.
100%.
Partly, probably.
100%.
But we fired a whole
Plus
bunch
more.
of state troopers.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't get paid salaries. Where'd that money go? We fired a whole bunch of Washington State ferry employees. They weren't getting paid. Where did that money go? Those were all part of the line items of their budget.
Okay.
Chop, Chaz.
That's all I'm saying.
I think we need to go to Terry's comment. Can
Go
we
ahead.
talk about the West Coast Health Alliance? Is it even legal by the Constitution?
Yeah.
And will SCOTUS be able to dissolve it? No, Terry, SCOTUS is not going to be able to dissolve it because this is a state right
Yep.
issue.
Yeah.
There's nothing we can do. The federal government can put out their CDC guidelines, but the states don't have to follow it. That is the beauty of the Constitution.
Mhm.
Yep.
If you don't like what your state is doing, you fucking move to a state like
Or-
Idaho is doing the shit
Yeah.
that you want. I mean, it's
Yeah.
that simple.
Or you go march on Olympia.
Or
And
you move
convince
to Ohio
everybody.
and realize how stupid it is, and you come back to the beautiful, beautiful state of Washington. Even though the politics suck, but you get to look at the mountains and the water every day, and it's
you
so
get all of your
peaceful.
friends to
Yeah.
go to Olympia. Everybody just needs to, whatever day they can take off, Monday through Friday when legislative is in sessions, and get your ass down to Olympia. If we start showing up down there, I bet you that Bob Ferguson's going to crap his pants and be like, oh yeah, let me back off of that.
I feel like they cater to such a small percentage of the population for no fucking reason.
They do.
Can we please get over that?
Can I ask you a
For
question?
people that love to use the word collective, and they sure fucking do, and it drives me insane, can we please get back to our individualistic society, for God's sake?
But can I ask you a follow-up question, Alicia? Not disagreeing with you, but you said they're catering to a small group of the population.
They are.
But when we see state level elections, we're seeing Democrats consistently, it's state level jobs. We're seeing Democrats consistently score 63, 65,
Yes.
67% of the vote. We've seen the Senate and the House progressively move more and more left. So while I agree with you that they're catering
Do you know why?
to a small group, it seems like a majority of the state wants to back it. Tell me why.
Because they have such good messaging that they make you feel like if you vote for anything else, you are a piece of shit.
Yep.
Well,
That's
in the
exactly
media.
what it is.
Yep.
And I will tell you another thing. That we have a lot of people in Washington that aren't from Washington, who
Yep.
aren't in fact from even this country, but have come here because of the mass amount of tech jobs that we have. A lot of Indians, a lot of Africans, Asians, everything. They come here, they're US citizens, they are able to vote, and they think democracy, and they think this is a great thing. Well, let me tell you what, this isn't a democracy. This is a republic. This is a constitutional republic. And I will tell you that I deal with this all the time with my students. And it's one of the things that I instituted right away was telling me why our founders chose a Republican form of government over a democracy. And that is because it isn't a collective society. It is an individualistic society, and we need to stand by that. And I'm so tired of hearing that, and I will keep screaming that from the roofs. I've been screaming it for years. I can't stand it.
Well, and here's the problem. In this state, to enforce any change in this state is going to require literally a 20% voter swing.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to have a 20% voter swing to get back into numbers that'll put Republicans back into office in the state to even start to get a little bit of balance. Right?
How about?
And that's why we need more moderate candidates in Washington that can pull those fucking swing votes.
Yeah.
I know that the conservatives hate to hear that. I'm a conservative. I hate to fucking hear that. I wish we could just run our super conservative candidates, but we can't.
No.
We have to have moderates in there that are going to appeal to that
the
Democratic
moderate.
base.
Yeah.
And be able to pull some of those votes over. We get them voting Republican, and then we slowly move them over and more towards that conservative base. But we're not going to do it
really
right
quick.
the fuck away. We have to just move into it slowly.
Really quick, Shauna has said Tom has been awfully quiet this episode.
I know.
So-
Sorry, Tom.
so-
I think I've been just like taking over. I'm
So
sorry.
Beeler and I and Lori are going to be quiet for a minute. And we're going to
Okay,
give Tom the floor. Tom, do your thing, brother.
I have very little to add to what's been said, other than this that, like I said, this gold moment brought to you by Alicia Beeler. I'm not going to argue with anything you said. I think that's the solution to the problem we have right now. But you're talking about wanting to encourage more conservative voting in the state. That's not I don't think that's the solution. We just need to get people to vote, period.
Absolutely.
We don't
And
have high
especially
enough
Republicans.
percentages.
Our Republicans in Washington do not turn out like they should.
And most of Eastern Washington doesn't.
Exactly.
Eastern Washington doesn't turn out.
Yeah, bitches, get out there and vote for the people that value what you value.
I mean, if it's legal to ballot harvest, why aren't we doing it in Eastern Washington? Seriously. I hate doing it. I think it's wrong.
I think it's wrong too, and I just can't get behind that.
Yeah.
I just
I think Republicans feel beat up in this state.
Yeah.
And I think it
That's
takes
why they're
it
leaving.
It takes away the motivation to even get out and vote, because you feel like, well, the Democrats are growing and growing and growing in power. Why am I going to take and even put any effort? It's a lost cause. I got to keep my farm afloat. I got to keep my business afloat. I can't even worry about this crap anymore. I think the Democrats have done a really good job of just beating them down consistently to where there's no belief they can make a difference. We're going to bring Paul back on. Hello, Paul.
I think that they just
Hey,
make
guys.
they make it seem so that's how they feel people should have to feel. And Washingtonians, you don't have to feel that way. You can feel individualistic. You do not have to feel like you're in a collective society. Stand up, be your own person, fucking put your big girl panties on, and go out there and fucking seize the day.
I'm wearing my big girl
So
panties.
tired of this.
Tegan said, and this is an interesting point. Tegan, who's active in Republican politics on the right side, on the eastern side. of the state.
I listen to her little feeds that she does live streams. She apparently learned a lot from you, Kevin.
Well, thanks. Is that a compliment or an insult? I can't tell.
No, it's a compliment.
She said, oh God, a compliment on the show tonight. It's 2 hours and 40 minutes in. I've been beat up like a punching bag. Tegan said
Kevin.
Republicans in red counties in Eastern Washington are too comfortable.
Kevin, the line is clubbed like a baby seal.
Club like a baby seal. Stop clubbing baby seals. Yeah, and maybe they are. Like, if you're in Eastern Washington and you're kind of left alone, maybe, but I can't imagine that if you're a Republican on the eastern side of the state and you see what the price of gas is doing, and you see everything that has gone up under under the last however many years we've had of Democrat Party
and the
rule.
CCA.
Yeah, and the
That's a big
CCA,
deal.
all of it, right? And if I'm a farmer in Eastern Washington and I'm struggling just to keep my farm afloat, I can't absorb all these continuing costs. It's not like I would think that would motivate him to vote.
Yeah, but you also can't pack your farm up and move it because you know, real estate doesn't move.
I feel like we have to take a line here from Billy Madison. If your dog goes missing, you get out there and you find that fucking dog. It's the same damn thing with voters.
Yeah.
Same damn thing.
I'm not understanding the relevance there.
We got to find the voters and get them to vote.
Paul, catch up, buddy, catch up.
All right. Kevin Nelson suggested we rename the show to the Alicia Beeler Good Time Show, featuring the Outlaw Radio Network.
What the hell, Kevin? Come on.
Yeah, there you go. All right, Paul, we've blathered a lot. Do you have anything you want to add to this before we get football picks done and out of the way?
Yeah, but we skipped like 3 of the Trump topics.
Well, yeah, because you guys kept going on other things. Go ahead, Paul.
Well, I would like to point out I would like people to pay attention to what is going on this week in Ukraine. For those that don't know, a couple of things have happened in the last week. First and foremost, you've had a massive drone incursion by the Russians into Ukraine. And the worst part about that is they are now using their drones to literally hunt civilians in the city of Kherson. In fact, Russian soldiers are openly posting about it on Telegraph and other social media platforms that are used locally or used in Russia. In fact, they are referring to it affectionately in Russia as the Kherson Safari. Because for those that don't know, they can now program their drones to sit and wait for a sound or a vibration. So then they become like landmines in a sense that fly. It's pretty dastardly stuff, but those are the kinds of things that are going to cause Trump to take action, right? And hearing those stories, he's the kind of person that will come out and say, you know what, Vladimir, I told you to stop. I told you need to be proactive here and help me find peace, and you're not doing it, right? And I'm not saying Trump's going to do that. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just simply saying that the opportunity is presenting itself for some real serious shit to go down. And we'll see how that works out. So,
yeah. You know, it does make me wonder, Paul, if there becomes a point where Trump backs Ukraine, not out of a desire to really want to, but out of a response to what Russia is doing.
Very well made, Kevin. And you know what? I think that that would be the worst thing for Russia and the worst thing for peace. But as I remember, I don't know if you and Tom recall, Tom will probably remember because he loved telling me how fucking wrong I was about China because China won't do anything, right? Well, China's the main backer of Russia. And I think China has decided they're betting on that horse and they're going to ride it all the way to the end. And I think that's unfortunate because I think that there's a belief in Russia and in China that effectively what we've got is a situation where Russia plus China will equate to victory over the United States.
Yeah,
their combined economies don't equal 1/3 of ours, right? They're not going to win it economically the way that they think they're there. But what it will do is it will fuck up this world for us for a while.
Yep.
And if we end up in a state of conflict, then it's going to be really bad. Right. And we can't see the future and we don't know what's going to happen. So I do think that a lot hinges on the next 2 weeks, man. I really do. I really do. Yeah. And there's one last thing before we go to, actually, you know what? I'll save it. I'll discuss it during football picks because it's about sports and it's about our upcoming race.
Oh, so, we should be doing that right now, though, if we're on schedule.
We're about to do it. Yeah, we're about to do it right now.
Yeah.
I'm all ready to go. You ready to go?
Yeah.
Why am I hearing? Do you have feedback?
Yeah, I do
hear,
too.
We heard a little bit of clicking. Nothing I can do about it. I don't know what it is.
Well,
Could be a loose ground.
It's the little voice in Alicia's head.
That's the beauty of having Dennis here. He makes sure our audio is good.
He'll be back next week.
Yeah.
All right. So week 1 games are out, are done. And our winner for week 1 was none other than Dennis.
Oh, good job, Dennis.
Dennis had 11. I had 10. And then let's see, Tom had 9, Beeler had 7, Lori and Heather each had 8, Schroeder had 9.
I was the last.
Paul's
but 7
picks
is my lucky number.
I got to go back and listen to last week's show so I can get Paul's picks. So I'll do that tomorrow. But that's what we got. So Again, it's early. It's early, but Dennis does have a nice little lead.
Good
So,
job, Dennis.
Let's get to our week 2
Den-
picks, everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, Kevin, Dennis's leads always disappear around January 1st.
Yeah, that's true. Dennis does, and Trojo's kind of the same way too, right? Like they do really well early on, and then just like his Cowboys, Trojo chokes when it matters the most.
Well, and can we add that Trojo just doesn't slide back in the pick in the picks. Trojo himself stopped showing up about that time of year.
Yeah. By the way, before you guys all leave, because we're talking football, you might want to stick around because coming up in 15 minutes, we're going to bring back the most offensive 5 minutes in radio, where we find the most offensive jokes we can possibly share and spend 5 minutes offending everybody. Here we go.
And Paul has a major announcement, which Kevin is going to absolutely love. Go ahead.
I don't believe I'm going to love anything. All right, here we go. Thursday night football. Washington travels to Green Bay. Both teams won today. Paul, who do you got? It's at Green Bay.
I'm going to take Green Bay.
Yes.
All right.
They were impressed. They were impressive. They were impressive today.
I'm going to take Washington. Tom?
Give me Green Bay. They're home.
Beeler.
Yeah, Green Bay.
You got Green Bay as well. Lori?
I'm going to take Green Bay.
You take Green Bay also. Heather? You got to come over here and get on a microphone. I know. You got to get on a microphone, dear. I'm sorry.
Oh,
if the listeners can't hear you, doesn't count.
Is that Vegas in your background?
Is that what?
Was that Vegas on
Yeah.
your? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Heather's
I
been
love
studying.
cheese. I'm going with Green Bay.
Love cheese.
You love cheese?
I do love cheese.
I love cheese too.
She does.
Green Bay is
Well,
favored,
She's
by
a
the way.
cheese fiend.
All right.
I mean,
next game.
cheese can make the difference between a win and a loss. Yeah. I get
Next
it.
game, Jacksonville travels to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals. I'm going to go to my grave rooting for the Bengals.
I'm going with the Bengals.
But Cincinnati did not play well against Cleveland. Like they should have blown Cleveland's doors off and only won by 1. I'm going to go with Cincinnati, but I don't know how comfortable I feel with this. Tom?
I'm going to go with Cincinnati.
Give me Tampa.
It's Jacksonville.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And Cincinnati.
Jacksonville, whatever.
You want Jacksonville?
Yeah, Jacksonville, Tampa, whatever. They're all in Florida.
All right,
Yeah, give me
Beals?
Jacksonville.
Whatever.
Yeah,
I do what I
going
want.
with, Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
I'm going to go with Cincinnati.
By the way, Dennis and Trojo both picked Green Bay in the last one. They both picked Cincinnati in this one. Lori
Bengals.
and Heather.
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati. They're also favored by Vegas. Paul?
Yeah, I'm going to take Cincy.
All right. Tom, you're first.
Yo.
I can't. The New York Giants head to Dallas to take on literally the biggest waste team ever known to man.
Shit-stained game of the
Well, I
week.
mean, the,
No,
the
this is
Giants
not-
aren't much better.
This is hold on. This is not the shit stain game of the week brought to you
one
by the
of them.
Michelle Caldeer Election Committee.
It's one of them.
Oh my
We'll
God.
get to that in a
I
minute.
thought you were actually going to make it through one show where you didn't
Really?
mess it when you
Yeah.
didn't even talk about Michelle
Tom.
Bachmann.
Come on now.
New
You
York
were so
Giants at
close.
Dallas.
I can't believe I'm doing this. This is going to be one of Dallas's 4 wins.
Okay, perfect. Beeler.
No, I have to go with New York.
All right.
Fuck you, Dallas.
I can't believe I picked Dallas.
Dennis
but-
and Trojo both picked Dallas. Lori.
Dallas, I guess.
Oh.
Heather.
I hate to.
Dallas is favored, by the way. Heather.
Pick it. It's fine.
I'm
A cowgirl.
Paul, who do you got?
Well, I can tell you this. There's a couple things I'm very sure of in football. One is I'm never rooting for a team with a male cheerleader. And 2, I am never picking the Dallas Cowboys.
You got the Giants, do you? Okay.
I'm
All
done. Yeah, fuck yeah.
I'm going to pick Dallas because it's the Giants and Dallas is at home.
That's the only reason I
That
took
is
Dallas.
it. If it was
'cause they're at
anybody
home.
else or anywhere else.
Ditto.
Yeah, it's at home.
Beeler.
Yes.
Chicago Bears, who play tomorrow night,
Yes.
head to Detroit, who lost today.
Yes.
Chicago at Detroit.
I'm going to go with the Bears.
All right.
The Bears.
Dennis and Trojo both picked Detroit. They're picking all the same teams. I wonder if there's something going on between the two of them. Okay, Lori?
No, you're not seeing them together at the same time, are you?
I know. No, not at all. Heather?
The Bears.
The
All
Bears.
right, the Bears. Detroit is favored by Vegas. Paul?
I'm going to take Detroit.
Yeah, I am too. Tom?
Lions.
All right. Laura, you'll pick first. The Rams travel to Tennessee.
Oh.
I'm gonna go with Tennessee.
I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Not
All
me.
right, Heather. The Rams are favored, by the way. Dennis and Trojo both picked the Rams. Brokeback Mountain Part 3.
Yeah, I have to just break from them.
The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Tennessee.
By the way, I don't know if you guys heard this or not, but Trojo and Dennis have both signed on for a trilogy of adult movies. The first one will be called Terms of Endearment, followed by Romancing the Bone,
Saving Ryan's Privates,
and the final one will be called Sex Trek: The Next Penetration. All right, Heather, can you make a pick?
Rams.
Rams, thank you. All right,
Lord, man.
Paul, Rams at Tennessee.
I'm just picturing that Star Wars trilogy. I'm sorry,
Sex
Rams
Trek.
at who?
At the Rams at Tennessee.
I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Yeah, me too. Tom.
Yeah, Rams.
I'm
Feel-
totally breaking from everyone. I am fucking going for Tennessee.
They haven't been looking good the past couple
I
seasons.
don't even care. They're gonna pull it together for this one game because it is divine intervention from
Okay.
Beeler right now.
Heather. New England.
Beeler is
at Miami. Miami is favored.
No, I'm sorry. Saints, New England. Sorry.
New England is the Patriots.
New
New
England.
Orleans is the
Patriots.
Saints.
Yes, New England.
New England. All right. Paul. By the way,
Yeah.
Dennis and Trojo both picked Miami.
I'm not taking Miami.
You're not? Okay.
No.
All right.
They got
So you
they got
got-
smoked pretty hardcore today.
You got New England. I got Miami. Tom?
Yeah, I've got Miami too.
And Beeler.
I'm also going with the Patriots.
Now, the last time I picked Miami in a bet with my wife, I lost my ass.
All right. Lori?
It was
That
the
explains
Cowboys.
where it went.
All right,
Patriots. All
let's
right.
move this along. Come on, Lori.
She just picked it.
All right.
All right. Here we go. Paul, you're up first. San Francisco at New Orleans. New Orleans Saints.
Oh, San Fran.
Francisco is favored, by the
I'm
way.
going for the Saints.
Yep.
Who do you got, Paul?
San Fran.
San Fran. I got him too. Tom.
Saints. You didn't even have to ask.
The Saints.
I do have to
the
ask.
Saints got crushed today. They looked horrible.
I know.
I'm also going with the Saints.
The Saints could end up with the number one pick.
I know
of the draft
Heather's
or so.
also going with the Saints.
I know. I already accidentally picked them.
Taylor, who do you got?
I got the Saints.
You got the Saints.
Yeah.
All right. Lori.
I
Figure
can't
she's
stand
taking the
49ers.
Saints.
They get
Saints.
shit from me.
Heather.
Never
The Saints.
Saints.
Saints. Okay. All right. I'll pick first. Buffalo at the Jets. I don't know if you guys watched that game.
I gotta.
Buffalo was getting literally Jeffrey Epstein tonight.
Yeah, I gotta
And
go with
they-
the Jets.
And they came back and beat a good team in Baltimore after trailing by like more than 20 points in the second half.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with Buffalo. Tom,
Buffalo.
No, I'm going with the Jets.
are you okay?
Yeah, I
Really?
really am. Yeah.
Are you
right.
sure?
I'm positive.
Have
The
you seen
Jets
this
did not
guy?
look bad today.
Yes,
Hey,
I don't
Jets
care.
did not look bad today.
You don't like
They
it's gonna
played-
happen. They're just gonna come out and do it.
Lori,
The Jets played a good game
Buffalo
today
Bills.
against Pittsburgh.
I gotta go
Buffalo's
with the
favored, by the
Bills.
way. Heather, you got the
I
Bills?
don't care who's favored. I'm gonna
And
go
Paul?
with who I feel is gonna
No,
win.
you're good. I'm not trying to sway you.
That's why I
There's-
only have
I'm-
7 wins and I'm the lowest.
There's-
but hey,
There's too
I'm going
much.
with
There's
my
too
gut.
much. I can't hear you, Kevin. There's too much in yakking in the background. I apologize. What are the two teams playing?
Buffalo at the Jets.
I'm going to take I'm going to take Buffalo at the Jets. I'm taking Buffalo.
Sounds good. All right, Tom, you'll pick first.
Yes.
Cleveland at Baltimore. Dennis and Trojo both pick Baltimore. Baltimore's favored.
I'm
This
thinking
I
Cleveland.
think this year is Cleveland's year.
Yeah, I'm going.
I
with
think
Cleveland.
Cleveland's going to show up this year. Cleveland
Yeah.
and Detroit. I think yeah.
I'm also going with Cleveland. Go Browns.
Kids, just say no to drugs, or you might end up making choices like those.
Lori,
Cleveland's year.
Wait, well, I
Oh
have
God.
something for you in my
Besides
pocket.
Cleveland?
Wait, it's right here in my
hold
pocket.
on. You guys, we
what
cannot
was-
have everybody talking at the same time because it's all muddled. Lori,
What was the other team besides
Cleveland at Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Thank you. Heather? While Heather's thinking, Beeler, what were you saying?
I have something in my pocket for Paul right here.
All right. Heather?
Browns.
Cleveland. All right.
Good job, Heather.
And Paul.
Was that the little black one that takes batteries, or I couldn't really see.
It's actually pink, but you know,
They're
if
all
you,
pink in the middle. Toots.
do you need to let me know
Paul.
so your wife has a good one, or I'm just wondering.
Paul, Cleveland and Baltimore.
I'm gonna take. I'm Baltimore for sure. Yeah.
All right, I'll take Baltimore as
Don't
well.
fuck with me, Paul. I will fucking give it right back.
Beeler.
Yes.
Jesus Christ
Denver
Almighty.
at Indianapolis.
Ooh, I hate the
This-
Colts, but I have to go with the Colts.
Oh, see, I hate Denver.
All right, Lori, Denver at Indy.
I hate Denver
Colts.
too. That's
Colts.
why.
Colts. Sorry, Denver's favored, by the way, if anybody cares. Heather?
Don't care. Don't care. What a horse impersonation.
Heather?
Mr. Ed.
Paul? Who do you
Yes.
have? Denver or Indy?
Denver.
Denver at Indy. You have Denver?
Well, Indy actually, because they're at Denver.
what the call?
No, they're at Indy. They're at Indy.
Oh, they're at. Oh, then I'm taking Indy. I'm taking Indy.
All right, Heather, who do you have?
Colts.
Okay. I'm going with Indianapolis as well. They looked really good today.
They
Tom?
did. They look good. today.
Colts.
All right.
Okay.
All right, Lori, Carolina at Arizona. This, ladies and gentlemen, is your shit stain game of the week. Brought to you by the Michelle Caldier for Senate campaign. Remember, if you want shit in a bucket, hang out with Michelle Caldier. Lori, who do you got?
Please, people, just vote for Michelle Caldier.
I voted for her in the
we need
primary.
Please do it.
Balance.
Come
in the
on.
government.
By the way, Dennis and Trojo both picked Arizona.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Arizona. Yeah.
All right, Heather.
Yeah.
I'm going with Arizona.
Arizona's favorite as well. Thank you, Heather. Paul.
Arizona.
I'm going to go with. I really want to put Carolina. Really bad. I'm picking Carolina.
Yay!
I'm picking Carolina. Fucking their midget quarterback in Arizona. Hope he chokes on a penis. Tom.
Damn. He's Zona.
Arizona. Beeler.
I am gonna go with Cardinals.
All right, perfect. All right. Heather, Philadelphia at Kansas City, a rematch of last year's Super Bowl. Kansas City did not look great against the Chargers, by the way.
They did.
And Philadelphia didn't look bad at all, kicking the crap out of Dallas.
I'm still.
I mean, it was Dallas.
KC because that's what I picked from.
Yeah.
You got KC, Heather. By the way, Dennis and Trojo both picked Kansas City as well. If you're interested, Philadelphia is favored, though. Paul?
I'm just really loving Philadelphia right now. I just love the vibe.
Your
of
name's
the
not
whole
Paul.
City.
Your name's not Paul. Paul?
Kevin,
Oh, hi,
shut
Kevin.
the fuck up.
Yes.
Hopeful.
I'm gonna take Philadelphia.
Philadelphia, thank you. I am too. Yeah. Tom?
Yeah, I think Hertz has got this.
Hurts so good. Beeler?
I am also going to take the Eagles because I'm feeling the vibe. Thank you.
You're welcome. Lori?
Philadelphia.
Perfect.
Yeah,
All right.
girl.
All right, Paul, you're first. Atlanta at Minnesota.
I'm gonna take Atlanta once again. Not rooting for the team with a male cheerleader.
I mean, that's okay.
God, you know what sucks is
male
Minnesota hasn't
cheerleader.
played yet. No, but what sucks is Minnesota hasn't played yet, so I have no idea what they're going to get out of McCarthy.
Who cares? I hate Minnesota. I
They're-
will never, ever root for Minnesota.
I'm going to go for
They
Atlanta
can suck
again.
a big fat one.
Okay, Tom.
You love Big
Sorry.
Toe.
Tom, who do you got?
I'm sorry. What were the two? I was dealing with
Atlanta
something else.
at Minnesota. Dennis and Chojo picked Minnesota, and Minnesota is favored.
At Minnesota. Yeah. Give me the Falcons.
Okay, I'm actually going to go with Minnesota. I changed my mind. Minnesota. Beeler?
I'm going with the Falcons.
Okay.
Always.
Lori?
I will never, ever pick Minnesota. Ever.
Atlanta.
Okay, and Heather.
I thought I picked Atlanta.
Okay. Tampa Bay at Houston. I'm picking Tampa. I think they're going to be really good this year. I love Baker Mayfield. Tom?
Yeah, I agree. Tampa.
Yeah, Beeler.
Yeah, no, I'm going to go with Houston.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Dennis and Chojo also both picked Houston. Lori?
Tampa.
Heather?
Houston.
We have a problem.
Houston's actually favored, by
We
the
are
way.
always divided.
Paul, who do you got? Tampa Bay at Houston.
They're playing at Houston.
At Houston.
At Houston, I'm going to take Tampa Bay. I think Baker Mayfield's going to have a good year.
All right, you got Tampa Bay. All right, Tom.
Hi.
The Chargers at the Raiders.
Oh God, that'll be the Chargers.
Okay, Beeler.
God, I'm gonna have to go with Las Vegas here. I'm just really loving Las Vegas right now.
Hey, we're going to Vegas soon. I love Vegas. Yeah, but it
Didn't invite me to go with you though. Dennis and Trojo picked the Chargers. Lori.
Nobody wants a third wheel when they go to Vegas.
Chargers.
Shit.
Chargers are probably going to win, but
Heather?
I'm still picking Raiders.
Got the Raiders. All right.
Wow.
Chargers are favored. Paul.
I know.
I'm taking the Chargers, man. They proved to me they're a team to be reckoned with.
They're showing up this year.
Yeah, I got the Chargers as well.
Yeah, good for you, Dennis. Your team's finally coming to fruition.
All right, Beeler, you'll pick first. Seattle Seahawks go to Pittsburgh early Sunday morning to take on the team that is brown and baby shit yellow. The team that stole the Super Bowl in 2004.
No, that was the refs. They gave it away.
Wow. Steelers.
I
Stealing
am
Super Bowls.
totally going with the Seahawks.
Perfect. Laura, Dennis and Trojo. Dennis picked Seattle. Trojo picked Pittsburgh. Lori?
Seahawks.
And Pittsburgh is favored. Wow. Okay. All right. Heather?
Hawks.
Paul?
I'm always taking my Hawks, man. But they're playing in Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one, man. I don't
It's
know.
going to be a rough game.
But you know what?
Paul,
Seattle
you
has
have to
proven
make-
their defense played well today, but the offense has a lot of gelling to do.
Yeah.
All right, come on.
Some people like it rough. I got Seattle. I just think they're going to win
Some
on the
people
road.
do like it rough.
And
Kevin.
Pittsburgh is not a world killer. Aaron
The
Rodgers
Hawks,
is like
the Hawks like it rough. We have seen that year after year.
Aaron Rodgers
Well, I
is
mean,
one
and
tackle
some
away
people
from
are just more
rupturing-
sexually, they're more expressive sexually, right?
Well, listen, Aaron Rodgers is one tackle away from rupturing his vagina.
That's
Tom,
right.
Seattle
That's
at
right.
Pittsburgh.
Seattle.
All right, fair enough.
Damn.
All right, Lori, you get to pick first. Who's your double down?
I'm going to pick Pittsburgh for my double down.
You chicken.
No, not chicken,
Hedging
just
your
a
bets.
realist.
All right, Heather, who's your double down?
I picked KC.
Kansas City's a double down. Paul, who is your double down?
Yeah. My double down is going to be San Francisco.
Oh, you suck, man.
Oh, what did he pick?
I'm not that sexually expressive, but thanks.
He's hedging his bets.
Paul, why are you talking about sex? We're talking about football right now.
My double down is Detroit. Tom?
I'm going to take Cleveland.
Oh, really?
Oh my God.
I have some faith in Cleveland this year.
Wow, that pissed your wife off. Holy cow, man. Heather's
she's
like,
laughing at
motherfucker,
me.
you did not.
She's laughing at me.
I'm actually gonna go with the Cleveland Browns. That's
What?
gonna be my double down.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, is that what you just chose?
Yeah.
Listen. I have a very good friend that is a very big Cleveland fan.
Yeah.
And we've been texting.
And a lifetime supply of
Yeah,
batteries.
he lives in Dayton.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
he's
I
like,
I something in the back of my head started this season. I was like,
really
it's going to be Cleveland's year.
Yes.
Cleveland's going to show up. I mean,
they
they've been
only lost by 1 point today.
yeah, and they've been the butt of the joke for the butt of the NFL jokes for.
Obviously, they're the Browns. I mean, who's not going to make fun of the team, the Browns?
I think it's going to be Cleveland's year.
Reminds me of like
they're part of my pick.
an underwear streak or something. I mean, that's where my mind goes.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. Bring a bottle of bleach.
But I have faith. I have faith in Cleveland. I do.
We'll see.
We'll see.
All right. Do you guys have anything else on football?
no,
Paul,
we
you had
need
an
to move
announcement to make.
Closing party shots. Here we go.
Yeah. So this Saturday is the 5th or 6th annual Outlaw Invitational, right?
Yes.
And for those that have followed the show, not that it's been a big topic of conversation, we've talked about it a few times. So I'm dealing with a neurological condition, and I have not been cleared by my doctor to drive in the race this weekend. As such, I figured, you know what? I don't know if that clearance will come or not. I don't know if the doctor will suggest that I do it, but frankly, I do not feel up to it. operating on incredibly small amounts of sleep. I just do not feel up to it. Now, having said that, I made sure that I could arrange a driver to take my place. Somebody that's very close, and I have a great deal of faith and trust in, as much as you can. But my brother will be driving in my place.
Which brother?
And well, I know that matters to you, doesn't it, Kevin? Because one brother actually drove D Derby for 10 years, and that will be the brother that take. I'm not going to put the brother that had brain cancer in the car, right?
You're going to put a ringer in? God, man, you suck. You really suck.
Listen, you
Dude,
guys,
he is-
you're gonna lose to Beeler anyways because I'm coming after you.
Are you driving?
Yes, I am.
Good, congratulations. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. You're gonna have a blast.
I'm gonna take out your brother too.
I will.
motherfucker.
I will.
Can you reach out to Doc Blanchard, Lori, and make sure that he's on part of the race? still?
Blackwell, Doc Blackwell.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Okay, I will.
Reach out to Doc.
Okay.
All right. It is now time for the most offensive 5 minutes in radio, where we get to bust out any offensive jokes we can find. Feel free to bust out your phones if you want to look some up. We've only got 5 minutes for this. It is a tradition we used to do. We'll do it once a month or so.
And there's a reason, right? Can I just add the reason? The reason that we do this?
Go ahead. Yes, please do.
We take the power away from the words.
Yes.
Words words have meaning, but they cannot have power. And that's unfortunately where our world is at today. And we did this years ago when we were kind of at the same place where people took words as having too much power. We're taking that power back. Power to the people. Woof, woof.
Yes. Power to the people. All right. Anybody have a joke they want to live with, or should I live with a couple?
You're already prepped.
All right. What's better than winning gold at the Paralympics?
What?
Walking.
Oh.
How is Michael Jackson like caviar?
Oh God.
I'm scared.
I don't know, but
They both come on little crackers. Okay, come on. Somebody's got to have some jokes.
Oh,
I know.
I don't find these funny.
Do you know why men don't get stuff tattooed on their? Let me take it. Hold on. Stop. I don't want to say that wrong. I'll totally screw it. Well, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, Lori. But let me rephrase this. A man gets the words "I love you" tattooed on his dick, right? And of course, his wife tells him, "Quit putting words in my mouth."
That's awesome.
Hey, Paul.
Right.
What's the worst thing you can do at a funeral, Paul?
Okay, what?
The corpse.
Oh God.
God, what is wrong with you guys?
It's the most offensive 5 minutes of radio.
So people with their college. This is one people with their college degrees should get this. So we're gonna test and see if Kevin and Beeler laugh at this one. I was going to tell you a truly tasteless chemistry joke, but all the good ones are gone.
Yeah, that's not even fucking funny, Paul.
Argon gas.
It's a noble joke.
Hey, Paul.
I'm not a fucking scientist.
I told you.
It's a noble joke.
Yeah.
Social scientist.
It is a noble joke. It is a noble joke. Well done, Tom.
Hey, Paul.
Well,
Good God, man.
Paul.
The anthropologist got the joke.
Hey, Paul. How do you get a Jewish girl's phone number? You roll up her sleeve.
Hey, Paul, what do you call two black men in a red sleeping bag? A Kit Kat.
Why are you?
I'm just looking at what he
You're looking at
pulled
my
up.
list. Yeah, I got a list here.
Yeah.
Oh my
How come
God.
Americans are so good at the Rubik's Cube? Because they have a history of separating colors. That's what it says.
I was reading yesterday an article about, you guys remember that submarine that went down to see the Titanic and it sunk? And I will tell you, man, I cannot believe all of the fucking jokes being told about that. They're pretty bad. I just don't understand how people can sink so low.
Hey, what's the difference between Wuhan, China, and Vegas? What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Bow, chicka, bow, wow.
Hey, do you guys know how come Stephen Hawking couldn't play basketball?
Why?
Because he was white. Duh. Hello.
Jeez.
I bought my blind friend a cheese grater for his birthday.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hey, Lori, what has two wings and a halo?
Not you.
What has two wings and a halo, Lori?
An angel.
An Asian phone call. Wing wing. Hello.
Kevin,
Wing, wing.
so
Hello?
bad. So bad.
Tom, you have any more?
I'm looking.
Mommy, I'm tired of running circles.
Oh.
Shut up or I'll nail your other foot to the floor.
Son.
Why do people say
Mommy.
chicken is? Mhm.
Go ahead, Paul.
Okay. Why do people say chicken is tasteless?
Why?
Because every time my wife cooks, it tastes like shit.
What the fuck?
Mommy, this tomato juice tastes funny. Shut up and drink it before it clots.
Oh, my God. Okay, I'm done with this segment. I'm so done with this segment. Like, listen, okay, I can't do this.
Okay, we're officially 10 past. So
Yeah,
let's
we're
go.
gonna say goodnight. We love you guys.
All right, well, last joke then. We always have to end with the last.
I have. Oh.
Oh, do you have one, Tom? Go ahead.
Tom has a good
Go
one.
ahead, Tom.
Good job, Tom.
My girlfriend's dog died, so I bought her another identical one. She just screamed at me and said, "What am I gonna do with 2 dead dogs?"
Oh my God. Okay. Hey, you guys, we love you. Have a great night.
Wait, I still have my
we'll
last
see
joke.
you next
Have
Sunday.
a great week.
I still have my last joke. Mommy,
Have a great night.
Mommy, why is Daddy so pale and still? Shut up and keep digging. All right. Anyway, so
Oh, I
She
just
killed
found
his
another
ass.
good husband-wife one.
Go
Oh my
ahead,
God.
buddy.
No,
Go
we're
ahead.
done. We're done. We're done.
Wife.
We're done.
Go ahead.
I'm pregnant.
We're wrapping
Husband.
this up because
Hi,
Tori
pregnant.
has
I'm
to work in
dad.
the morning.
Wife. No, you're not.
All
Good
right,
night,
parting
everybody.
shots. Lord, you have a parting shot?
No.
Tom, parting
Early
shot.
fairy.
Actually, I do. Last week I was talking about sweet little old lady who lives by herself over on the other side of town.
Mhm.
She's kind of low income, and I was kind of encouraging people to look in on their neighbors and
Mhm.
look out for each other. Well, Heather and I had planned on taking a nice meal over on Tuesday evening, and we
Mhm.
were going to visit and spend a little time. And when we got there, my friend was out on the floor. Her blood sugar was sub 20.
She was unresponsive.
She was
Oh, no.
cold. She was foaming at the mouth. I mean,
Yeah.
so we were able to get medical help there and,
Oh,
and get
good.
her. She's doing fine now.
Okay, good.
But
good.
but after I talked about that on Sunday last week, and then finding her,
Right.
that just really hit it home. And
Yeah.
You bet,
gotta
brother.
tell the people you love them because life is fucking short.
yeah, but I mean, to be honest,
starting
I
at-
don't know this lady that well.
No.
I've done repair work for
Well,
her
and you were
stuff.
supposed to be there for her, both
but
of you.
but
yes.
I mean, what I want people to do is be a little less angry at your neighbor and maybe check in on them once in a while. if
Yeah,
they're needed,
absolutely.
Hey, Beeler, you hear that? Be
Yeah.
less angry at your neighbor,
Yeah,
Beeler.
but be a little less divided.
Yeah.
Be a little more human.
Just be a human. Be
Yeah.
A
friendly.
little bit more human. Human.
Yeah.
Human.
Yeah.
Human.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So please take care of each other.
Sounds
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
good. Beeler, do you have any parting shots?
I don't have a party shot. I just wanted to share my good news. I am starting as an adjunct professor at Olympic College.
Yeah.
And I thank you, teaching American government, which I've already
Nice.
been teaching since 22. But I
Awesome.
did have a second class added. So my
Nice.
stress level
What's your second class?
it's still American government. It's just the class filled up, so they added an additional section. So I'll be teaching 2,
Nice.
which doubles my salary, which totally takes the stress off of like having to find a job, which I've been dealing with for months, and just being completely stressed out and total rage bitch. Not really, because I don't really bitch. I just have always.
not at
Wouldn't
all.
it? Yeah, that would have fooled me.
Okay, listen. I'm sorry that you guys are not used to a woman who is able to accentuate the way that she's feeling about certain
Accentuate?
things, okay?
She's not teaching English.
You know, if you were an alpha male, you would be able to just shut it right the fuck down.
No, if I'm an
You
alpha
can't,
male,
because you're
if I'm an alpha male, I'm telling you to know your place. Zip it. Okay, go ahead. Continue. You have permission.
And I wouldn't believe
Congrats,
that
honey,
coming out of your mouth,
congrats.
Paul. So there's that. Good night,
Yeah.
everybody. Good night.
Congrats on the new gig,
Thank
Beeler.
you.
That is
I'm
that
excited.
is awesome. Congratulations on that.
Thank
That is really cool.
Just remember, don't get yourself in the news. That's all we ask. Paul, do you have any party
Yeah,
shots?
kind of.
Well, yeah, and Alicia, if things get too bad and you end up quitting, please issue more than a one sentence reason for why you're leaving the job. Okay. Notice we didn't ask what that one sentence was.
That's right. Paul, party shots.
I will. Seriously, Alicia, that's awesome that you're getting a job to do something like that and do it someplace that you absolutely love, like here in Western Washington.
Yeah.
I didn't really have anything that I wanted to add. Oh, yes, I did. You know, when a friend starts a new business, it's totally awesome when his friends support him. As such, I would love to put together a day for the Outlaws to come play some paintball. So you guys let me know. Talk about it on a Saturday or Sunday that works for the crew.
Yes, I'm in.
Actually, I think a Sunday would be kind of fun. What if we were to broadcast that show from the paintball park?
Well,
he doesn't have internet out there.
I do actually have internet. I have a full setup. I have Elon Musk's Starlink out there, and I have but to be honest with you, I'm not sure because we're on a limited data plan because we just use it for our cash register. So no, we probably couldn't. So but anyway, we can do videos.
We could bring a T-Mobile hotspot out.
Yes,
well,
we could do that.
It's out in Seaback. I'm just not. We'd have to go out there and test it.
Yeah, we'd have to
go
check
out there and test it.
Yeah, we'd have to check that.
All right,
Mhm.
Paul,
So,
I love you.
check it out, man. Have fun.
I'm working on the friend group too about getting a group outing to come out too. So we've been talking about this weekend.
No, I would love that. And like I said, anybody that comes out, if you put those groups together, I will not charge for anything except paint. Right, like all the rental gear, I'll donate it all. It's all free. So everybody can just come out and so if you want to spend $10 on paint, you can spend $10 on paint.
How much
it's
do
not a
you
big
need
deal.
to paint to play for a day?
It depends on how many people. Like normally, because I would give you guys rental gear and rental guns, so you're not going to be going through a case of paint, right? You'll only go through maybe tops $20 in paint if you shoot a lot and you live a long time. So
all right. Yeah, we'll work it out.
Okay.
I want to. So two things in my parting shot, then we'll wrap this thing up. The first thing I want to make clear is that the guy that was arrested for impersonating a police officer by the Birmingham Police Department was not.
What a fucking
Paul,
idiot!
Was not Paul in his ice jacket. I had 5 people. I swear to God.
Seriously?
5 people messaged me and said, "We've watched the show. We see Paul in his ice jacket. Was that who got arrested by the BPD?" No, it was not. It was not.
No.
Didn't look
even
it was kind of pixelated.
And by the way, what idiot that's impersonating a cop shows up in an active crime scene?
Not only that, but a felon.
Yeah.
How stupid are you?
Convicted felon with firearms impersonating a police officer decides he's going to go to an active crime scene. That is insane and dumb.
Apparently
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, I read he was in possession of a shitload of police gear.
Yeah,
and
he had a
methamphetamine.
badge
and methamphetamine.
Yeah, but he had a fake badge. He had the flak jacket, all the armor, not the armor, all the like the vest with all the and he had those were full of.
And he had an Edmunds shield.
Yeah. And if you looked at him, you'd have believed he was a cop. I mean, he looked authentic as a cop.
Yeah.
I think if you impersonate an officer, the book needs to be thrown at your ass. Like 25 years to life.
Yeah, but we're in Washington.
I'm just saying.
I know.
There's
I agree.
nothing good coming out of what he would have done.
Nope.
Oh yeah.
The last thing I want to say is just this really quick. Karen Ballsnatcher in Philly. That's her name now, Karen Ballsnatcher. I feel bad for her. I think she had like a really bad 5 minutes of life, and now she'll never live it down. She's like the Hawk Tuah girl, like where one.
Yeah, but the Hawk Tuah girl made some money.
One moment is going to define the rest of her life, and I feel bad for her because there's no way she can be as awful as she portrayed herself to be at that ballpark.
Oh, I don't know, man. It's possible.
One would like to think not.
One would like to think not. So I feel bad. I feel a little bit bad. So, all right. That's going to wrap it up for us, guys. We love you. We appreciate it. I do have a final quote from Alicia Beeler, which is, let me read this to you. Kevin was right in everything he said.
No, that is not what Alicia
So
said.
good night, everybody. Alicia's back. Have a good night, everybody.
He's
We'll see you later.
lying.
OutlawRadioNetwork.com.
Deuces.
.com.
.com.